Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Clockwork Cantina, episode 119. Happy birthday to the Clockwork Cantina. It is our 3-year anniversary. I'm one of your hosts,
Oh, yeah.
Josh902, and this is the other host.
I'm DT3. Yeah, we're doing that. We're gonna be celebrating 3 years because our 3 years is on the 19th.
Yeah.
Well, but so it's this week. Uh, and it's exciting, man. I can't believe we've been doing this for 3 years now, man. That's just crazy.
I know, right? And we're at 119 episodes.
119,
Uh,
man.
that's a lot of stuff. We got a lot to talk about, apparently. A
In
lot
three
of the
years, man.
time.
119 episodes. That is wild. But yeah, man. Let's ready to go.
Yeah,
We can go ahead and get started on the show
I
here.
accidentally muted my mic there for a second. Um, before we get started, with the what we've been up to the past week, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So, just take care of yourselves out there, guys. If you got family, give them hugs, tell them you love them. You never know what anybody's going through. I'm going through some things right now that I'm not gonna talk about on the podcast, and it's not directly me, but it is a family member. So, just share some love with your family and reach out to people because you never know what's going on with people. So that's just something I wanted to say before we get started to what we've been up to the past week. But yeah, let's get into the show. We always start with what we've been up to. So DT3, what have you been up to, my friend?
Man, it's been a lot going on the past week. Been continuing to play Fortnite. I've been getting through the battle pass there. I'm level 81 or 82 or something like that. I need to get to 90 to finish it up and get all the rewards and all that good stuff. Been having fun with that game still. Uh, as I mentioned last week, I just started playing it again for the first time in years because of the no build mode and because of the Star Wars tie-in event that they had, and it's been pretty cool. But yeah, I've been playing that, and then I've also been watching some movies that I've been wanting to do again because at the beginning of the year I wanted to watch more movies, and I was doing pretty good there early on. Then we kind of stagnated a little bit because I was watching a lot of TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of back on the movie train. So I watched a few movies. I watched When Harry Met Sally for the first time. I watched Don't Breathe for the first time. I watched Cinderella Man for the first time. And I watched Belfast for the first time. So all those new movies to me that
Any strong
I got to get into
recommendations out
now.
of those?
Out of those, uh I would say that I enjoyed them all, but I wouldn't say that there's anything that kind of like made me like, oh my goodness, this movie is incredible. Like
I
they were
gotcha.
they were all good, but like I wouldn't. I mean, I would say check all of them out if you haven't seen them.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, but no, yeah, I mean they were good. I just nothing really made me like, oh man, that was crazy. It was cool like watching like for example like Cinderella Man and like Belfast and learning the historical aspects of those movies because like Cinderella Man is, you know, a movie based off of the boxer James J. Braddock over in the early like what it was like
Yeah.
uh Depression era times, and you get to see kind of his story and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. It's a 2005 movie starring Russell Crowe,
I really enjoyed that
directed by
movie.
Ron Howard. Yeah,
Cinderella Man's
and then yeah,
great.
yeah, and then Belfast is just something I didn't even know about. Like, uh, obviously Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland, so that's where it takes place. But it's in the like tumultuous time in the late '60s where the Protestants and the Catholics are kind of you know, that whole conflict, which I didn't even know about. Like honestly, like that was kind of learning that as it went. But that movie's also in black and white. So depending on how you feel about movies in black and white, it's one thing. They do have color. They do insert color into the movie in specific moments and for particular things. But yeah, it was yeah that was cool. And then when Harry met Sally, it's something that I've been wanting to watch for a very long time because like I've seen some of the other ones, like You've Got Mail and some of those other like Meg Ryan like you know type of movies, but
Yeah.
hadn't seen Harry Met Sally. So now that I've seen it, I understand some of the references and the memes and stuff. Like when she's at the fucking diner and she's like being all extra as fuck, and the old lady's like, I'll have what she's having. Got that to me was the biggest laugh of the movie. That was hilarious, dude. Like when the old lady said that. But yeah, finally seeing that, and then yeah, that so that's what I watched movie wise. And then obviously still keeping up with the live TV stuff. Like watched the episode 8 of Halo, which man, if you guys are keeping up with Halo, wow. Wow, that last episode, huh? I'm not gonna say nothing, but wow, that last episode. And then obviously watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds episode 2. I'm not the biggest Star Trek guy. I say this all the time when I mention this anything Star Trek, but I've been enjoying Strange New Worlds. I like I like this group of characters that this show focuses on since I saw them in this Star Trek Discovery season 2 because that's where they kind of first showed up in. And I always wanted them to kind of have their own show. And then when it was announced that they would be having it and all that stuff, I was like, this is awesome because I was like, I mean, Anson Mount is great in general. Like I've liked him since Hell on Wheels AMC show. So I've been liking Strange New Worlds, as somebody who's like kind of knows a little bit about Star Trek, but like I'm not super into it like that, like other
Hmm.
people. That one I've been enjoying, so that's good. I hope it kind of stays at the level that the first two episodes have been because I've enjoyed it. I've been having fun with it. And then playing games wise, I started the Outer Worlds on stream, and I've been having a fantastic time with that game. I really enjoy that game. That's kind of my type of game, though. Like open world kind of RPGs with companions and stuff. And I know that like for some people, the big thing was like you can't romance your companions and stuff in this game. Which, like, yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of is whatever, especially when your companions can romance like other characters in the game or whatever, and you can't really do that. So I can kind of see why that would disappoint some people. But that game is fun, man. I hasn't really like none of the companions I've been like, oh man, I need to romance them, So it hasn't really bothered me that much. Um, but yeah, that's just my kind of game, man.
Nice.
I really have been
No,
enjoying it, dude. It's been fun.
no tally for Daniel in that game yet.
Yeah, dude, there's no tally, yeah. No
Tally's
tally.
low.
But yeah, Outer Worlds is fun, man. Super, super fun. I can't wait to play it tomorrow, honestly, because I'm gonna be playing it again this week, and it's just I'm playing it all week basically. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
And then I played more prop night, another prop night co-stream with some other streamer friends, and that was cool. That game's fun. But played a little bit of Apex with the new season that dropped. The new character dropped and all that. I don't have the new character because I don't have enough points to unlock him, but I'm playing played a little bit of that. And then I played a little bit of Fall Guys also because there was a friend who had the game and he hadn't played it and he was kind of waiting on people to play it. So we're like, all right, let's just play it. So we did. And then last but not least, I was playing some more Sea of Thieves because that game I like playing it in spurts. Sometimes I get reminded of why I hate that game, and sometimes I get reminded of why I really enjoy that game. And this weekend was one of the weekends where I was reminded why I enjoy that game. Whereas like last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever the fuck, I was reminded why I fucking hate that game. So this time it was the opposite end of things. But yeah, that game's fun, man. I like playing Sea of Thieves, and I'm so close to becoming Pirate Legend. I'm literally one level away from both Gold Hoarders and the Order of the Souls. So so close, so close, so close. I'll probably get it either today or tomorrow or one of these days. And then the last little thing I want to throw in here is I want to wish Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones a very happy 20th birthday because today is
Hey.
AOTC's 20th birthday. I remember this movie fondly. I know a lot of people consider this to be the worst of the Star Wars movies. I don't, because in my opinion, there are worse ones. And I know you might be like, "Whoa, how could that be?" That's just personal preference, I guess. But and that being said, though, I acknowledge that this movie has issues. Like for real, it does. Like the Anakin Padme romance is not handled the best. Some of the dialogue and some of the stuff is not great. But you know, I think that they did what they could with what they had. Like George should have written up some better stuff, or he should have had somebody. He should have brought in somebody as a consultant for the romance side of things, or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, to focus on the positive sides of episode 2, because we're celebrating its 20th anniversary today, May 16th. Uh, I really like the Obi-Wan Kenobi detective storyline, the noir kind of noir dealio, where he's like, on Camino trying to figure out the plot of the clones and trying to track down Django and that stuff. I love the Battle of Geonosis at the end. The big battle, the start of the Clone Wars is amazing. Seeing all those Jedi in the arena, fight off battle droids and Separatist army and all that is amazing. Mace Windu, we get introduced to Mace Windu and his purple lightsaber because I mean he was in Phantom Menace, but he didn't get to fight, so we got to see him finally do that. Yoda fucking fought too. We saw him for the lightsaber for the first time.
Dude,
We got
I
Christopher
remember
Lee as
so hype when Yoda comes walking
dude.
around and fucking pulls
I,
that
I
saber out.
still Yeah, I still remember being. I remember going to. So I've seen every Star Wars movie in the theater at least once, even the original trilogies because of the special edition re-releases. But anyway, I remember being in the theater for Attack of the Clones, and when Yoda busted out that lightsaber, dude, everybody was hyped as hell, man. And that is one of the many reasons why I love going to movies, man. Because you're gonna go watch something you're gonna like, or at least you think you're gonna like, right? You typically enjoy like a Star Wars movie or a Marvel movie or something. I'm just saying like in general. And you're going with a group of people, like-minded people, and you're all there in the moment. Everybody's getting hype, and you're all enjoying it, man. It's great. But yeah. So I don't want to go on too much longer about it. But episode 2, shout out to you. I enjoy the movie a lot. I really like it. I love the prequels though because I grew up with them. But yeah, I like the movie, so shout out to you, episode 2. I will probably actually rewatch it later today at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to the last week. So Josh, go ahead and let the good people know what
Okay.
you've been up to, man.
I have watched mostly television. I haven't watched any movies, although I do have The Northman and I'm planning on watching it again really soon. Um I want to do a group watch with some friends. So, that is on the agenda. Um the main things that I've watched some shows. I watched The Staircase, which is a mini series. Yeah, I watched episode 1 of The Staircase, which is a mini series based on like so this is the opening of the show as a woman has fallen down these like stairs and at her house and her husband calls 911 and uh it becomes like this big investigation. Did he kill her or did something else happen? um it is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool series. I only watched the first episode, but it has Colin Firth in it. He plays the
Birth,
husband.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
He's in it, so and he's fantastic in it. Um, Patrick Schwarzenegger is in it, which is like Arnold's son.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Um, Sophie Turner's in it.
Hmm.
Sansa from Game of Thrones is in it.
Shout out to Salsa,
Yeah.
as I jokingly
Um,
call her.
but I've only watched the first episode, but I recommend it.
Hmm.
It's on HBO Max. It's not all out yet. I think it's 8 episodes, and there's four. There's four out now. So half of the series is out on HBO Max. There's some time skips that happen. Not time skips. There's flashbacks and flash forwards that happen that kind of are a little confusing, but check it out. It's based on a true story. Um, Halo Episode 8. Not gonna. I don't know what to say.
They
It's Halo.
if you thought Master Cheeks was a step over the line or whatever, then wait till you watch this episode. That's all
People
I got
are
to say.
so.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say is that people are so upset and so angry, and I just sit there and I read it, and I just smile the whole time because for some reason seeing them mad makes me happy. So I don't know. Um,
Feed on the salt.
yeah, kind of. Uh, I am kind of sorry though that the fans do feel disappointed with something that they were probably looking forward to, and it's kind of not what they got. So I can
Yeah.
understand the salt, and I can understand uh, being upset. Um, but don't go and attack people. Don't go attack people on Twitter like the actors. They're just doing their jobs and stuff like that. So, but I understand it. I can understand being upset with it. Even though I'm not like I don't hate the show. I don't think it's a good show, but I find it entertaining. If that makes any sense to anybody. Um,
Yeah.
Star Trek: Strange New Worlds episode 2. Enjoying. I like Star Trek. I'm kind of like Daniel. I'm actually not that big into Star Trek, but I've watched The Next Generation, and that's pretty entertaining. Um, and much like him, I kind of like this crew because I've seen them in Discovery season 2. But I only saw him for like a little bit. Um, and Anson Mount is fucking jacked. He is
Dude,
real jacked.
he was fucking huge, bro. I was like, God damn.
When he's just sitting there in that shirt and it's super tight, and it's like he's just bulging. He's bulging out of that shirt. He's just muscles,
He's
man.
like he's like, welcome to the gun show. And he's like flexing and
Straight
shit.
up, straight up. I've watched The Offer episode 5, which is that super. It's a mini series based on the making of The Godfather. For those of you that don't know what The Offer is, um, and I'm
Yeah.
having a good time with it. I enjoy it. If you've ever seen The Godfather, I recommend checking out The Offer. And if you watch The Godfather, I recommend checking out The Offer. So like, it's good. It's great. Um, Having a good time with it. Uh, and I listened to the first 2 episodes of Batman Unburied. Daniel, have you checked out Batman Unburied at all?
No.
Are you planning to at all? I'm just
Maybe.
curious.
Maybe. I'll be honest, I haven't even like tell us what it's about.
All
So
right.
for those who out
So
there who are listening or watching and don't even know what it is.
so I'm gonna give you some free promotion, Batman Unburied. So feel free to throw us some bucks. Um, so Batman Unburied is a podcast series. It's on Spotify. It is a psychological thriller which takes listeners on a new journey deep into the mind of Bruce Wayne. Listeners are introduced to a Batman who is a forensic pathologist in his civilian life, working in the bowels of the Gotham Hospital, and tasked with examining the victims of Gotham City's latest serial killer, the Harvester. Uh, where's the rest of that? There it is. Wayne has to navigate a series of dark twists and turns with some classic Batman villains and face his own mental demons in order to save the citizens of Gotham from the Harvester. The cast is kind of awesome. It has Sam Witwer is in it. John Reese Davies is in it. Um, Jason Isaacs voices Alfred. Um, Ashley Birch voices Vicky Vale. Lance Reddick is Tom. Well, I'm not going to say who that is. And Winston Duke
Oh.
um, is Bruce Wayne. For those of you that Winston Duke
Huh.
is from Black Panther is kind of what I know him
Yeah.
from. He played
He's
oh, brains
M'Baku,
for M'Baku, yeah, M'Baku.
the
Um,
great gorilla, M'Baku.
yeah, and he's great at and it's really high quality.
Interesting.
Like the
I didn't know the
podcast is
cast of it.
really
Yeah,
high quality. Yeah, the cast is crazy. Um, music, sound effects. I am gonna spoil who plays the harvester because they're just like who the voice is. I mean, it's Sam Witwer, and he is. I didn't even realize it was him. Like it is crazy the way he talks in it to me. Um,
nice.
but I highly recommend checking it out. I'm gonna check it out some more. Um, I don't. It's not fully out yet, and I don't know how many episodes they're doing. Um, in terms of video games, I have been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic for like that's my most played game this week. I've played like 25 hours. I want to say something like that. So quite a bit. Um, last 2 weeks I've played 30 hours. So been doing my trooper and just having fun. It's kind of like I can do this and still do other stuff game. The other game I have is Songs of Conquest, but I've only played it for 37 minutes. And it's not that I don't like it, it's that shit happened. And it made me where I couldn't play stuff. But um I'm gonna go back to it. Songs of Conquest, for those of you that don't know, it is for those of you that ever played Heroes of Might and Magic. It is that. It is Heroes of Might and Magic, where you have a commander and they have an army in them, and you build towns and you go around a map and collect. It's a turn-based strategy adventure game that fuses RPG, tactical combat, and kingdom management. Raise mighty armies, wield ancient magic, and conquer distant lands to build an empire that bards will sing about for centuries. So, it is in early access. It is currently $30, which isn't bad, in my opinion. It's got some bugs. They're working on it. They're fixing it up. But for the most part, I had fun with the little bit of time I got to play with it. Um,
Nice.
the main thing I've done this week, guys, is well. Before we get to that, I went to the comic shop today. I did more than go to the comic shop, but I wanted to show off these new comics I got before we continue. So I go and I pick up a few things when I go in the comic shop. So I was in a town this morning doing some errands, which I'm gonna get to in a minute. But I got these comic books, and let me pop up OBS so I can see myself and make sure they're on camera. This is Moon Knight,
Hey, look at that.
black, white,
Very
and red,
nice.
I believe is what it is. Yeah, black, white, and red. I was like, hey, that's cool. I like Moon Knight, at least the show that we saw. So I'll pick up a couple comics.
That looks cool.
Um, next up we have you know why I grabbed this. This Hawkeye Kate Bishop. The cover grabbed me immediately, like just because of how
Look at that.
purple it is. It doesn't have like a
Yeah.
cardboard thing, so fell over. But you know, and also I was like $2. They sold poor Kate Bishop cheap, man. She's $2. Um, and next up I have Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters.
Hey,
Uh,
look at that. Nice. I heard
yeah.
that run was pretty good.
So this is the
Some
first
interesting
issue, I
stuff in that.
believe. Um,
Look at that.
and
You got Boosh.
it feels pretty thick. It seems like thicker than a regular comic to me. And
Mm,
I picked up King Spawn for $3 because I like Spawn at least some, so
nice.
I like it. I thought I'd check it out. First issue. Um, so what led me to the comic shop is what we're gonna get into right now, which is, guys, I have been making dice. I've talked about wanting to get into it for a while. So I've been making resin dice. I bought some molds. I bought some resin and stuff. We've talked about it, I think, on stream time or two. And the past week has been a lot of trial and error because I've made dice and they have not come out exactly perfect, and it's just testing different things and seeing what's working and what's not. Um, but we have had our successful first dice made. I'm gonna get them for you guys so you can have a look. See, I should have had it closer so I don't have to lean over. But here they are, those green boys right there. I don't know if they look green on the camera, but these green boys are our first successful completed dice with very minimal bubbling and flaws. So we did it. We managed to make dice, guys. It was a it's gonna be. I'm gonna keep doing it. Um, to that to to continue to do that little hobby and do it because I've enjoyed it immensely, and I hopefully I would like to sell some maybe and make some of the cost back.
Nice.
But
Oh yeah.
um, what led to today's adventure is so resin can have a tendency to bubble up when it dries, and you'll have bubbles in your dice, and it can make holes, but it can also just be it just makes dice that don't look as good, right? So there's a few different ways to get rid of bubbles, and one of the ways is to make a pressure pot. Uh, for those of you that don't know, a pressure pot is basically like so you know how painters will have a spray gun and like they'll have a thing and it just sprays paint out. So what you do is you get one of those. You get a tank. Just I just got a small one that can hold a certain amount of pressure, and you make some changes to it. You modify it a little bit, not very hard, and it's very safe. Um, and what you do is you put your dice molds in it after you pour your resin, and you lock the lid, and you put air pressure in it, and it pops bubbles for the duration as your dice hardens. So I went and bought some of that stuff, and it wasn't very bad. That I spent like $100, a little over $100, to set up and kind of do that. But I ended up having to go to a place called Harbor Freight, which is where I had to buy
Mm.
the uh, the tank. And while I went over there and I was like, they said it had it in stock. I looked and there were none on the shelf, and I was like, damn it, I'll get somebody to help me because maybe there's one in the back. I got somebody and they went searching around all over the store. And while they were searching all over the store, I looked around and I found it in a different spot. And I was like, yay, I got this one thing I needed at the shop. So after I picked it up, I went to Home Depot to get some other things. I had to get some pipe fittings and stuff that I'm gonna have to change out. And I got everything I needed except for one thing that they said they had 7 in stock of, but they fucking lied to me
They had
because
none.
they had none. And the guy
Mm.
so look, I don't like to rag on workers, right? But I'm gonna rag on this dude because fuck him. The this dude looked for like 2 seconds, looked at me and said, "Well, guess we don't have it," and just walked away. Like, thanks, bud. You real thumbs up. Thanks for checking the back. Really appreciate you.
Right.
Thanks a lot. So I was like, okay, Lowe's is across the street, so I'll go over to Lowe's and get this thing I need. I went to
Yeah.
Lowe's, went to the exact spot. Exact same fucking thing happened with a different dude. No joke.
Oh
They
man.
did not have the thing I needed. It said they had it in stock, and then he just looked at
Tragic.
me and was like, "Well, guess we don't have it. So fuck you, dude at Lowe's. You didn't help me either." Uh, so
Oh man.
I ended up having to go back to Harbor and Freight, the shop I was at to begin with. I should have just bought it there to begin with, but I wasn't sure if they had it. I looked it up on the phone, and it turns out they do have it. So I went back into the Harbor and Freight. I picked it up. I went up to the cashier, and I was like, "I see, I was gone for a very long time." I told the dude that was standing there. Um, so that was my journey this morning. Um,
Wow.
I went to 3 shops, and dude, I can't tell you how annoyed I was at those two dudes. Like, I know it's shitty to rag on workers, but come on, man, you could at least help a little bit. Um, I understand if you don't have it, you don't have it. That's cool. But could you at least look maybe a little bit more than a couple minutes? Um, so yeah, I went all over town, and just on the way home is when I went by the comic shop, and I got some. It was lunchtime, so I got some lunch with my mom. She was with me, so we got food together. And that's what this morning was. I got home and I started up the podcast, and I sent Daniel a message. Hey, we can start at the usual time. Uh, that was me after I got home. And that's what I've been up to this past week. Mostly the resin and dice stuff more than anything, to be honest with you, because I've been waking up like every morning and I'll go out and I'll check because it takes 24 hours for resin to cure, which means harden for
Yeah.
those of you that aren't on the lingo. You have to let it set for the resin I have says 8 hours, but I just let it set 24 hours because after 8 hours, I'm probably passed out of sleep anyway. So mostly that I was doing it each morning and then go out and check those and I'd be like, well, time to try something new. Try to try a different technique um and yeah, it's kind of become my new hobby, I think. So
Nice.
so if we want to hop into the news, I think now is a good time because we have a good little chunk of it to go through, guys. So
Yeah, we actually do have some stuff this week, so let's go ahead and
let's do it.
get on into that. All right. So the first thing that we have today in our gaming news is that we have some Gotham Knights official Nightwing and Red Hood gameplay. So they have a little gameplay demo. It's about 13 minutes long. We probably won't be watching the whole thing. So you guys go check it out on your own. Go to the Gotham Knights YouTube channel, check it out. But we can watch some of it here and check it out and see what we think of it and whatnot.
Yeah, let's check it.
I think I watched all of this already. But have you seen any of it before or no?
I watched all of it, yes.
All right, cool. Let's
And I'm
check
kind
it
of
out.
curious to what you think on it as we watch it, to be honest. Um,
So yeah, 3, 2, 1, play.
3, 2, 1. Should we call it?
Hi, I'm Jeff Eleanor, Game Director at Warner Brothers Games Montreal, and today I'm really excited to share with you gameplay footage featuring Nightwing and Red Hood from our upcoming game, Gotham Knights.
So 2 of the 4 characters in the game. Which, unfortunately, I believe they confirmed that it is only 2 players, which is a shame because you have 4 characters to choose from, and it's kind of
Yeah,
lame
that's a
that you
bummer.
can't play with everybody all alone, you know?
That is a bummer.
Yeah. It would have been nice to have a full squad, but it is what it is.
Well, they were developing
We're
this
joining
game in a
Nightwing,
weird time.
also known as Dick
too.
Grayson,
little
midway
bit.
through the game's story as he patrols our city. All of the Knights can unlock heroic ways of getting around the city. For Nightwing, it's his glider, the Flying Trapeze. The Regulators gang are engaged in a hacking crime, so it's time to bring some vigilante
He's got the
justice
glider
to
like
the
Fortnite,
Batman
dude.
mafia.
Let's go.
Each crime in
We were
Gotham
dropping
Knights
in
plays like
Pachinki,
a
boys.
mini game mode with rules and optional objectives. Nightwing's fighting style is acrobatic. He ping-pongs around the battlefield. While you can play the whole game solo, you can also protect.
So I saw
Gotham and
people
co-op
saying
with a
that
friend.
the combat or the combat in
Red
this
Hood
game and the
new
gameplay
abilities
is kind of
after being
similar
resurrected by an assassin
to like
cult.
the Avengers
Here,
game.
he uses mystical
And the
leap to
Nightwing
move
is
across
moving
the
a little bit
rooftops,
too slow. What do you
springboarded by
think
his
about
own
that,
soul
Josh? Do
energy.
you see the
So,
comparisons or
Successful
not really?
attacks and dodges
Where
build up
I
my
feel it
momentum
at
bar
is
below.
when we watch Red
And
Hood.
timing my strikes and combos correctly makes it build
And there
faster.
is a lot of
Once the bar is
flipping,
full, heroes
but
can
watching
unleash
Nightwing just makes me
powerful
think of the
abilities.
Arkham Knight games more than anything. But when I
Red Hood's
watch
ranged attacks
Red
are a
Hood
little
fight,
louder. He fires
he looks
non-lethal rounds
really
that
stiff
still
with his
do
guns.
a lot of damage.
To me, Nightwing. I mean, he's flipping and flopping around like you would expect Nightwing
Yeah.
to do, and it
Damage
looks
to interrupt armor
fluid and stuff. But for me, Red Hood looks clunky. You know what I mean?
The
Like,
UI you're seeing can be customized to your preferences. What's on screen
so
is what I like,
that's
but
kind
you
of
can
what I
set it
saw.
the way
I
you
don't
want.
know if it's like Avengers. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. Maybe it is. I kind of have to get my hands on it. To me, I'm gonna have to see it as it gets closer to release and see if they've cleaned any of that up. But you know what I mean?
Polish it up a little bit more, yeah.
Like the combo
Yeah,
move right here is fucking cool though.
I get what you're saying though with Red Hood because yeah, he's kind of just like pop, 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 you know, and it's kind of like it feels a little weird with that. Is it is it because you think that one guy is using like melee combat and the other one is using guns, so it's kind of weirder for the dude with the guns to kind of like get in there because you like he's not using like lethal rounds, so he has to do like stun shit or whatever, you know?
Yeah,
Let's watch Red Hood chase down a
I don't
smuggling
know.
van in Southside neighborhood.
I hope they make it a little bit more. it's not as bad on that rooftop fight as it is later on when they show Red Hood, like later in this video.
Yeah.
In
Which
that after they
they
infiltrate a thing.
also they mentioned here that anybody could use the bat cycle or the motorcycle they were using right there.
How do you
cool? Makes sense.
How do you feel about Red Hood Hulk jumping? Because that's a little weird to me.
Well, here. Speaking of Red Hood, is this what you're talking about here? Or is it a little bit later after this?
It's later on in the. Well, I start to notice it here, but it's you really notice it later on.
So he can detonate it with a shot later.
Yeah, because I mean, watching him here right now, it's like,
it's a pretty good time.
I don't know, like the bomb move is kind of cool, but the stuff before that is kind of like, all right, he's like walking up to a dude, and he's like shooting them in the gut or whatever, but like, I don't know, it is a little weird. I don't know.
And I think a lot of it is the fact that he's using the guns to fight. Like,
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like,
if he was more of a boxer, but still had the guns. I'm not saying you can't use guns and incorporate that. But if he was more, you know, in your face fighting dirty Street Fighter,
yeah,
like I always thought that character was a little bit.
If you want, we can kind of skip it up here because this is just going to be like a little bit of story stuff.
The one thing they do show here is that some of the costumes look different, so I thought that was cool.
Okay,
that's
yeah,
okay,
yeah, I see that with the Nightwing stuff. If you move it up to like 515, you kind of see
I got it. But they have some different costumes, and I think the different costumes do look cool.
Shinobi Year 1
because mod chips power up gameplay properties.
Stock suit, momentum suit.
I really like that new night suit for Red
The
Hood.
Regenerator one looks cool. I like that one.
But yeah, we could skip after you get through the suits.
Okay, yeah.
That's
if we
cool.
Move up to,
suits are great.
Yeah, I like that. If we skip up to like 7 minutes,
at this point in the story,
then we can watch a little bit more gameplay.
All right.
Belfry, got anything court related?
So we got Nightwing rolling in here. He's talking to Red Hood, and then you obviously the Court of Owls is a big, you know, is going to be a big part of the story.
Okay, but how does that line up with what Penguin's
If you've been keeping up with this game at all, you'd know that.
I'm very bad with comics, but does anybody that knows Nightwing really well, does he have the glider in a comic, or is this something they made for the game? Because I can't.
I hear you.
I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Man, all I can help when I see that is fucking Fortnite, dude, or like a battle royale game, just flying into fucking drop in a fucking zone or whatever, dude. It's funny looking.
I will admit, Red Hood's like Hulk jump kind of bothered me. I was like, I don't like it really.
Oh, look at that! Now he's got the long hair here.
Always an advantage.
Yeah, he's rocking the mullet.
I'm in.
He's a bogan.
Yeah. What a bloody bogan.
They have a few guards.
Long lunch too, huh?
I'm not complaining. Nice to get a break once in a while.
A little bit of stealth gameplay here with your boy Nightwing.
Poor bastard. As far as
You can
I
kind
know,
of see
I
what
just
that
don't
looks
mind.
like in this game.
Poor bastard. Wonder what that means.
I hate that line, by the way. Poor bastard. I wonder what that means. That sounds. What? What is that line? Who wrote that?
Yeah, I don't know.
When I watched this the first time, I literally laughed when he said that. I was like, you can't be serious.
But make more noise.
I know it seems like I'm ragging on it, but I'm going to point out flaws when I see them, okay? And that
Oh,
one
for
is
sure. I mean, listen, I want this game to be good too, man. But yeah, some stuff like that is like, come on, man. Like, you guys couldn't come up with anything better
There's
than
something
that.
under the floor.
I'm like, he's fucking Nightwing. Come
The
on.
hatch is connected to some kind of network. There's
Yeah.
gotta be a way to open it.
Here we see Nightwing's elemental shockwave ability. It interrupts.
There you go. He's
enemy
flipping
armored
around.
attacks and deals
I like how,
elemental
yeah, I like how this kind of looks, where he's just flipping around, doing his thing, and
freezes an enemy,
Yeah,
taking
I think
the enemy
Nightwing looks
fight
great in
for
combat.
yeah, dodging and moving and weaving and beating the shit, kicking dudes in the face, doing his little
playing-
shockwave attack.
He's being that ninja we always wanted to be growing up.
Eskrima, you know, fucking him up with sticks.
Also, I did like the button and the statue. It made me think of Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine you're right. It does look like he's just like leaping over there with like no issue at all.
That can't be good.
But that's kind of like the Arkham Knight games too. Like Batman would do that a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I remember. I just played Arkham. What was it? Arkham Origins, and I literally like if I would literally fly to enemies from one point or another at times. Like you're wailing on one dude, and then there's like another dude behind you a bit, and you like Batman like flies to that guy, and and he's beating the shit out of him.
That's a pretty cool move. I would like to see the other two characters fight. I would like to see how their combat is compared to these two.
Yeah.
Red Hood
I
is
think
my
they-
biggest
they
concern
should
right
do
now.
that.
Yeah.
I think they should do a since they did the Red Hood and Nightwing, they need to do a Robin Batgirl one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of
For
like
anybody
get
wondering how this fight
everybody
works with
in.
Red Hood, check this
But
out.
here we go. Speaking of Red Hood, there he is.
Then you can think about the rewards.
So I believe this is the part where Josh said he kind of notices it a bit more, right?
Yeah. He takes hits here too, and it's just like, but like, look, the dudes are just standing there. I don't know. I would have threw in some boxing and like some dirty Street Fighter moves with the guns a bit more. I would have probably minimized the gun
Red
use in
Hood takes on
combat.
a Talon Gladiator here. One of the
Yeah,
core
the
vowels
gunplay is a little
engineering
weird in this. Where
superhuman
he's just like shooting off like at certain points in the thing, he's just shooting and you don't even see where he's shooting at, and like he's just shooting enemies, right?
That's the other thing.
Like
The camera
same
in this
targets,
demo
but,
at
like-
times is like, you can see it's not on your side a little bit. You know?
So I feel like the up and close melee stuff is fine, but once he's like off shooting them off on the distance, it just doesn't work as well.
Well, that's what I thought they were gonna do, Majin. Like, I'm like, they're gonna do a little mix of the gun and the dirty boxing fighting, but they didn't. It doesn't look like. And to be fair, this is just a little slice. That there could be more that's not done, and they're obviously still working on it. And I'm sure they'll listen to feedback on it. I hope.
Bombs away.
I like how he misses the first shot. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Whoever was playing this demo here, maybe needed a little bit more practice.
That's another thing. Who's playing it?
I don't know, man. Was the homeboy that was talking at the beginning there, or was it somebody else? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I saw some people saying the graphics didn't look that great, and I was like, I think they look fine. Like this
Yeah, I mean,
game.
that's not a complaint I have. I don't know what
It's not me either, but the thing is, it's like they were developing this. It came when there's like an old gen to new gen shift, right? So, and they canceled the old gen versions of the game, to focus on these
that
versions.
is another thing that they announced. Yeah.
So if they, it probably would look. I think it looks fine, but it probably would look even better if they had been.
Yeah, it looks good. Like it doesn't look dated or anything to me. So
No. So
Anyway.
anybody complaining about that, I don't understand.
that's the gameplay for Gotham Knights.
And I think our criticisms
Robin
are very fair to
And
that game.
Nightwing. Yeah, I want that game to be good, man. But we'll see.
I do too, because I love Batman, and it's gonna be a game where you actually get to play fucking Nightwing for once, and I'm a big fan of Nightwing. I think he's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I also think Red Hood is cool, but I don't know. He looks real stiff right at the moment with that fighting.
Mhm.
But if that's all we got on that, we can move on.
Yeah, we can move on. We got a trailer here. It seems Songs of Conquest early access launch trailers. Let's check
Yeah,
this out.
so
I have not
this is
seen
that game I
this.
played. Yeah. Let me pause it so we can get synced up.
Yep.
So I played 30 minutes of this.
Okay.
And you're gonna see why Josh likes this game. The moment
Okay.
we play it.
3, 2, 1, let her rip. Coffee Stain presents Lava Potion. Here we go.
soundtrack's pretty good too.
Oh, look at that pixel art.
Mhm.
Pixel art and hexagons. Oh boy.
So this is just like Heroes of Might and Magic, Daniel. I don't know if you ever played any of those. Except it wasn't pixel art.
I don't believe I played Heroes of Might and Magic. I've heard of it, but I never played it.
Songs of Conquest.
Out now. Songsofconquest.com. Early access.
So there's some cool things that I haven't gotten to yet, but I think the composition of your army also affects what spells your, oh god, what do they call them? Like your general. They have a special name for like their general. Um but as the composition of your army, I think it changes how you get spells, or you have different spells based on what units you have in your army, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of like customizability to like what you want to do. I need to play more of it so I can give you guys a thorough uh look into Songs of Conquest, other than that trailer and like my 30 minutes of the
Yeah.
tutorial basically.
Speaking of 30, this game is available for $30 over on Steam or GOG or GOG, however you prefer to say that. But anyway, yeah, they're $30 games, so it's not even full price. You know, if you wanna go give that a go. It is an early access also, so keep that in mind.
um if you do get it, or if you just want to, follow them on Twitter, because their Twitter is actually quite entertaining. They're pretty funny, and are very open with their community, and like they'll retweet you if you're streaming and stuff like that. So
Nice.
I recommend that on there as well.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. What do we got next, Daniel?
The next thing we have here is we have an update from Bethesda on both Redfall and Starfield. Which I'm pretty sure you guys know what this means. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the image on the tweet that they put out, and it's that we have made the decision to delay the launches of Redfall and Starfield to the first half of 2023. The teams at Arcane Austin for Redfall and Bethesda Game Studios Starfield have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you receive the best, most polished versions of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires us all of us every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share our first deep dive into the gameplay for both Redfall and Starfield soon. Thank you for your support. So yeah, originally Starfield was going to be releasing November 22nd of this year, I believe. But no longer the case. No longer the case. I honestly don't know when Redfall was supposed to drop, but I guess it was coming out this year too. I didn't even realize
I
that.
think they said sometime like late this year or
Uh,
something.
a quick Google search says September.
Okay.
But yeah. So anyway, both of those are getting pushed to next year, early next year, they say. So yeah, I mean,
Totally fine with it.
I also am totally fine with it. I don't mind at all. Uh, I out of both of those, I'm more enticed to play Starfield, but still, like I feel like we haven't seen a whole lot about that game, so I'm just looking forward to actually seeing more of it because I feel like the majority of the stuff we've gotten is like behind the scenes or like developer diary shit, you know. So I kind of want to see
Hmm.
the game itself in motion and all that. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit more on that, I suppose.
One thing I am gonna say is that there are a bunch of assholes on Twitter that were being terrible to Phil Spencer about this. The original. So I am gonna read this, even though I probably shouldn't. But the original God of War creator David Jaffe criticizes head of Xbox Phil Spencer over this, over the following the delays of Starfield and Redfall. Um, Let me see if I can find the exact quote here. Because if you can go out there and say somebody sucks and be an asshole to that person, I'm going to use my platform to call you out and say you're being an asshole and a shitty person for saying that. Like, it is absolutely insane to think any of this. Like, I'm sure Phil Spencer he probably had to make the call, but they literally just merged. Like, how can you lay that all on Phil? Like, it's Bethesda Game Studios. They've been developing it for years. Dude, like, are you fucking nuts? You need some help. Like, come on.
Stop it.
Like,
Get some help.
seriously
I
though,
saw.
like,
So I did see that he said something, but I didn't see exactly what he said. So feel free to let us know, Josh, because I know he said something, but like I said, I don't
I'm
know what
trying to get like
exact-
because I don't want to misquote. I want to get
the
the
exact
actual
wording.
exact wording of it.
Gotcha.
Let's see. This says God of War creator David Jaffe had some harsh words for head of Xbox Phil Spencer this past week. Earlier this week, Starfield Redfall, two of the games, got delayed to 2023. I'm paraphrasing some of this. And many expressed immense disappointment in this move. Um, though they were also understanding of the choice and knew it would likely lead to better games. Phil Spencer took to Twitter to also support Bethesda's decision to delay games, but heard the feedback from fans affirming that the disappointment wasn't falling on deaf ears. With that said, some think the delays highlight a larger issue with Xbox that has left the platform holder with a major hole in their release schedule for the time being. One such critic is God of War creator David Jaffe. Although he doesn't work on the series anymore, he's still rooted in the gaming industry. In response to the delays in other platforms with problems with other Xbox games like Halo Infinite, Jaffe took to his YouTube channel where he stated that he thinks Phil Spencer sucks and isn't fit for a role where he must manage all these studios. Jaffe stated Spencer can't produce games, but respects many of his ideas for the platform of Xbox, even going as far to call him a visionary. Jaffe thinks Spencer gets in his own way when it comes to managing games and should hire someone else to oversee the games themselves, leaving Spencer to focus on developing Xbox as a platform. Quoted as saying, "You're this fucking close, Phil Spencer," said Jaffe as part of a larger rant. "Your plan is sound, your infrastructure when it comes to these studios is sound, it's great, but you can't manage. You just can't do it." Phil Spencer has helped reform Xbox over the last decade after the launch of the Xbox One nearly torpedoed the brand. Spencer has been a major driving force behind ideas like Xbox Game Pass. So yeah, I think there's some more to the David Jaffe comments. I fail to understand how either of these are Phil Spencer's fault, and I don't understand the criticism by Jaffe. Like, because these games were in development before the merger and after the merger, and all of a sudden this all falls on Phil Spencer, makes no sense. For somebody deep rooted in the industry, you're a fucking idiot. In my humble opinion on the internet, David Jaffe. So yeah, maybe smarten up a little bit and sink your ego. Daniel, do you have anything you want to add on?
I just think it's wild that he's so like I guess so passionate about this. Like why are you getting so upset over something that is absolutely no reason for you to be that upset about? Like what? Like he's like, oh, you should hire somebody to handle the fucking the game side of things. Like who? Like, you? Like what do you mean?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I probably shouldn't have said anything on the podcast because it just elevates what this person has said. But Why should he get to say something and be a shit about it and I can't? You know what I mean? Like, bro, fuck
Yeah,
off. I'm so
I
sick of this
just
shit.
I just don't think it's something to get that upset about. Like I, you know what I mean?
No.
Like
Like,
that's
we are so fine with delays nowadays. Like, what? Nobody wants a fucking cyberpunk again. Like, do you? I don't. I know you don't. None of us do. Um,
no. I am fine with a game taking as long as it needs, as long as it comes out the way whoever is making it intended for it to be. Like, take all the time you need. Shit, don't even announce a game if you want until it's like, you know, you're happy with the level that at least, you know, for announcing a game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm fine. Like you know, like and for me, there's just so many other games out there to play in the meantime that I'm just not worried about a game being delayed or anything. Like if it's something that I really want to play, like am I gonna be like, oh man, it's a bit of a bummer? Sure, but as long as the game comes out good, I'm not gonna give a shit. Ultimately, like there's so many other things for me to do in the meantime. Like I'm not even pressed about it, dude. So I'm just never gonna understand people being upset about that kind of shit. Personally,
That one in particular makes no sense at all. You've worked in this industry. What is your deal? Like, and I'm tired of people being able to say whatever they fuck they want and like, and nobody says anything back, and it's just like it just goes under the water. Well, now for going forward, I'm gonna call your fucking ass out, just like I did Blizzard. If I see you doing something shitty, and we're on this show, and I think it deserves to be addressed, I'm gonna address it. So watch your mouths, because Daniel and I manifest things, so you'll be fired. Just letting it be known. We can move
all
on from
right.
that.
Let's move on from that. The next thing we got here is we have a release date for the Dead Space remake. In the tweet, the Dead Space account official account tweeted out the date of January 27th, 2023. So that is when we will be getting the remake for Dead Space. I have not played these games yet. So I think
I
I
only
actually
played a little bit of it.
own the first two on Origin, I believe. But I might give the remake a go because I've been all the remakes for all the games that I've been playing that I did not play when they originally came out, like you know Mass Effect and you know all these other games I've been playing that I never played. The remake versions have been enjoyable. I've been enjoying them. I actually am looking forward to playing the Mafia remake whenever I get to that because that's another game that I missed out on that I really want to check out because I love the second Mafia game and I liked the third one enough, but you know it was fine. But anyway, yeah, I definitely want to try out the Dead Space game because I've heard a lot of things about them over the years and I just haven't tried them out yet. So
Yeah,
that's cool. Dead Space remake. We have a release date. Hopefully, I mean,
it'll be
we'll
there
see
just
if
in
it.
time for Valentine's Day, if it comes out on this day.
Yeah, right. Well, I was gonna say maybe you know if it manages to keep its date, then you know it will be a couple weeks away from Valentine's. Yeah, but yeah, that's cool. I mean, I there's a release date for everybody. Looking forward to it now.
Yeah. What's next?
Next up, let's talk about the Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl, adding more characters to the game. So they're adding Rocco, Hugh Neutron, and Jenny. So uh Jenny is XJ9, aka Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot. Hugh Neutron, which is the goofy meme king and father of Jimmy Neutron. And then obviously Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life is expected to hit in the fall. They have a little bit of a trailer there if you want to play that, Josh.
Yeah, I already have it playing actually.
Okay, cool. There it is. So you guys can see, you know, Reptar and everybody else there.
Dude, dude,
I haven't
dude.
tried this game out yet, but I feel like it'd be one of those cool little because I'm not you guys for those of you who have been watching the show long enough, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of fighting games, but something like this I think could be fun.
Yeah. This is also great if you have like nieces, nephews, kids around,
Yeah,
playing games.
they like Nickelodeon or whatever.
Yeah.
All your
Great.
favorite cartoon characters beating each other up.
Dang, riding a motorcycle.
But
Hugh.
there's more. Look at that. It's a boy Hugh Neutron. Jenny and Rocco. There you go.
Well,
So there you go.
yeah.
Jenny's available now. Hugh in the summer and Rocco in the fall. There you go.
Cool.
There you go. There you go. Next up, we have some PlayStation Plus information.
Yes. I think I put this in here so I can read it if you like. We have all new PlayStation Plus game lineup. So we went a while back. The PlayStation Plus is kind of getting redone a little bit.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna have here is, let's see. It says it's almost here. This is on the PlayStation blog. It says it's almost here. Our new PlayStation Plus service is launching soon, and we are pleased to share with you an early look at some of the games that will be included during the launch timeframe. As we announced in March, there will be 3 benefit plans to choose from, all with exciting games to play. Here's a look at the games to come. Please note the titles may vary by local market. Some titles may be available to stream until after launch, but they will be available to download and play. What does this actual video do? Oh, that's just introducing. That's okay. We've seen that before. I think possibly. PlayStation Plus Essential, Extra, and Premium Deluxe plans, monthly games. In any PlayStation plan you choose, you will get the same benefits that are currently available today for PlayStation Plus members. We've yet to announce the monthly games for June, but stay tuned to the PS blog. So this is the PS4 and PS5 game catalog. We are focused on adding high quality titles into the PlayStation Plus service for players to enjoy. I'm pleased to share a selection of the content that will be available for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium/Deluxe plans. I will flip over to the other screen so you guys can
Let's see what we
hopefully
got.
see the list. I will zoom in a bit.
You got
So
quite
for
a few titles here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Bloodborne is on here. Days Gone's on here. I'm not gonna read them all because it would just be too many.
So they have
Uh,
two different piles. They have the PlayStation Studios pile, and then they got the
yes,
third party pile. So
yes. So Bloodborne, Days Gone, Demon Souls, the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, uh, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. Some of these are PS4 versions. Marvel Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales is on here. Returnal is on here.
it's a pretty good list of games, man. They got a lot of stuff from like
Yeah.
obviously the PS5, PS4, PS3. Decent amount of things in there.
I think some things. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. I opened my mouth before I saw what I was looking for. I apologize.
But that's just the PS4 and PS5, PS3 catalog. They do have like other classic games too, right?
Yeah.
Like for like PSP and the original PlayStation and whatnot.
Yeah, these will be Some of them will be streamable. But like, Siphon Filter's on here. Oh, the original PlayStation Siphon Filter. I loved it. Some other things. Classic games catalog. They got some remasters on here. BioShock Remastered, Kingdoms of Amalur. And then we have some original PS3 games. These you have to stream. So be aware if you have a data cap and you have one of these plans, which by the way, I'm confused on who gets what in plans, at least in how they have it laid out here a little bit. So this is the classic games, this plus premium deluxe plan.
For the PS3, you need a PlayStation Plus premium plan.
Yes. They have it formatted a little weird. But yeah. But yeah, the games you can stream are things like Infamous, Infamous 2, Crash Commando, whatever the fuck that is. Some Ratchet and Clanks. Asura's Wrath is from the third party. Some Devil May Cry HD collection. Fear. Um, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. Oh, and then
That's
we
about.
have. Oh yeah.
I'm just quickly. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of those games in the PlayStation 3 pile, a lot of those are like I'm not like super interested in those personally. Like the
No.
one that I saw immediately was like like Undead Nightmare. I'm like, oh dude, yes, that game's great. But the rest of that, I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess if you're into that stuff, but I personally, I can, I don't really care about the other stuff.
um. Also, we have time limited game trials. The time limited game trial benefit will enable you to try select games before you buy them. After downloading a trial of the full game, you can play it for 2 hours for most games. The playtime counter only counts while you are in the game. It's a great way to try games before you decide to buy it. Any trophies and game save data, yada yada yada, carry forward if you buy the game. So they're gonna have time trial for Uncharted Legacy of Thieves the collection and Horizon Forbidden West, as
That's a
well
good one, man.
as
It's a new game.
yes sir, as well as Cyberpunk 2077 Farming Simulator 22. that just cracks me up that that's a
What a
ton.
weird one to have in this spot. Like you got, oh man, the Uncharted fucking 4 and the spinoff, and you got Horizon Forbidden West, Cyberpunk, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and Farming Simulator 22, and then WWE 2K22. Like what?
Yeah.
So you need a PlayStation Plus Premium Deluxe plan for that.
I You know what? You know what's gonna so all right, I don't mean to be a shit and be like this is gonna flop. They have so many different plans that without me looking at them, I don't know the price points. I don't know the benefits other than what I've seen here. Uh and I like if I'm having this much trouble with literally it right here on their own blog, what is your average and me savvy with video games? What is gonna happen when like you're not savvy person looks at this, right? And like I don't know, my son Sammy Bob Jim, he wants the PlayStation Plus. Which plan is it? Oh. Why they got all these different priced one? Which is the right one, Sammy Bob Jim? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're the way PlayStation has done this, and I say this as a guy that loves PlayStation, is so fucking convoluted and confusing that it's gonna fucking fail. I feel like Game Pass is simple. There's PC Game Pass and there's Game Pass for your Xbox, and you can get a bundle that does both. And it's very simple, very easy to understand. They give you that dollar trial, you're good to go.
Yeah.
I don't know what
No,
PlayStation's thinking.
I understand completely what you're saying. Yeah. Because there's so many like as I'm like looking through this, there's like we've mentioned the different plans before, like when it was first announced. And like there's the essential extra premium deluxe. I'm like, there's so many names, dude. Like which one is which, and like how much is one or the other? Like, and like you said, we're guys that like kind of know that we're in the know of this stuff, right?
Mhm.
So it's like how like like the average person, like how are they gonna like you're gonna have to like look it up, right? To kind of know what the hell you're getting
Yeah.
yourself into if you're interested.
What about poor Jim Bob Sammy Jim? You know, when Christmas gets the wrong plan. You know?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen then? It's
But
just so confusing.
I guess
That's all.
essentials like the tier 1 plus extras or extras tier 2 and then premium is tier 3, but I don't know. Like I said, I know we talked about it when it first came out, but it is a little like
It
all
just
over
seems
the
like a
place.
lot. It just seems like a lot to
It
expect your
does,
consumers to have.
especially when you mention like Game Pass is just like, you can get the Xbox One or the PC one, or you can get both in a bundle if you want. Like that's easy, right? Like it's very simple in comparison to this one.
You go to the store, buy a card. What if you go to the store and buy a card to this and they have all right, plus premium, plus deluxe, plus what was the other one?
There's
Uh
essential, extra, and premium.
that's it. See, literally in front of my face and I have forgotten
Yep.
it already. Like so like I don't know. I feel like PlayStation should go back and look at this again because I got a bad feeling. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Well, we can move on from that, man. We
let's.
can. We
I
can.
know I'm a negative Nancy today, guys. I don't mean to be. It's just like that just seems so extra to me. Um,
Let's
but yeah, we
talk
can move on.
about Fall Guys and how they're going free to play. The Battle Royale game is headed to Nintendo Switch and Xbox in June alongside a free-to-play launch. They have they have a trailer here called Fall Guys Free for All
Let's check it
trailer.
out.
So we can go ahead and check that out. It's a minute 36.
Give me 1
Uh,
second, Daniel.
Yep.
My audio is wigging out. I think it's. Is it working? It's not working. Why are you not working? Oh, that's not good. Wait. Give me 2 seconds, guys. My stream deck. All right, we're good. Huzzah! I fixed it.
Cool. There you go. On the fly, baby. Doing it
Yeah.
live.
I don't know what that was about. All right, yeah. Let's count us down, Daniel. We'll check out this trailer.
All right. So new Fall Guys trailer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey there, Bean. Looks like you need a friend. Well, you're in luck, because soon Fall Guys will be beaming to you live on even more platforms, including PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and the Epic
It's
Games
gonna be on
Store.
everything.
And with crossplay and cross-progression.
Crossplay
playing
and
with friends has never been
cross-progression. There you
easier.
go.
But
Look at
wait,
that.
there's more. Fall Guys is going free. Party up with your
June
friends
21st.
across the entire range of Fall Guys seasonal content. And for those of you who've been with us for a while, enjoy a free legacy pack.
And for everybody who bought the game, you get a free legacy pack. So that's us, because we've been supporting this game since it came out.
For newcomers,
So that's
Fall
good.
Guys, Fun Guys, Prize Guys,
Honestly,
and this guy.
this is fantastic. I just think about my nieces and nephews playing games
We've got more
together.
challenges, outfits,
They've been
and
playing something the other day. I'm
options
like, now they can play
for the
this.
zoo ad.
Loads of levels, heaps of cosmetics. There you go.
Silent, could you give Pink a hand?
So free for all, June 21st. All of that you see on screen is coming.
Malfunctioning bing bots, or any tall guy, small guy, long guy nightmares.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, like you're saying, that's anybody can play now. It's cross progression, cross play. It's awesome. Cool.
Yeah. And I
And
feel like
like
it's the natural progression of that game too. Like, the more people you
Yeah.
get on there, you make a little change to make money. Still, I'm sure they'll have probably some sort of bucks you can buy for stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just smart. The more people you have playing your game, the better off you are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's cool that for those of us who already have the game, they're gonna give us like a legacy pack, for
Yeah.
supporting the game in the early days. I don't mind like having bought the game when I did, because like I have the memories of playing the game when it was hot, and I have the memories of playing with friends when it was a new thing. So
You got your
I
bang
don't
for your
mind.
buck.
Like, yeah, like I had my fun with the game.
Same.
It was so I have no issues with that, but I know some people do whenever they make a game that you pay for free to play. I mean, the game was only like $20, right? Like it went on sale for like $10 regularly. So like
You
it was
good.
not even a whole lot of money. Like like it is what it is, and they're giving us free shit, so that's fine. I have no problem with that. So
The only flaw that I see with this is a thing we saw with Red Dead multiplayer, right? When people could get that free is or cheap rather,
Mm.
is cheaters. All right, like there's been cheating in Fall Guys before and stuff, so
Yeah, in the early
that would
days
be
it was
my only concern.
pretty rampant. So
I
they're
know
gonna have
nowadays
to
it's not as bad,
monitor
but
that.
like
Yeah.
this is going to be a large influx of players, so they kind of need to keep an eye on that. Other than that, though, wow, I'm just full of such good news today. Other than that, though, I think it'll be fine. Uh, yeah, yeah, you're right, Majin. I don't know how it is right now, so, but it is always a little bit of a concern for me, and I'm sure they've probably thought of that too. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, it's just good news. That's good news. Fall Guys going free to play.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm all in favor of that.
I have one last thing in the news here for the games, and that is we have a Multiverses official cinematic trailer.
Ooh. Oh God! Started playing when I opened it.
So if you're ready
I'm
to
ready.
check this out, we'll check it out. 3, 2, 1, play. We're in the Batcave with the Batman.
Computer, what's my location? Computer.
Yes, Kevin Conroy.
It's Shaggy.
Hey, dude, what's going on here?
It's your boy Bugs Bunny
Where am I?
and Arya Stark.
What's up, Doc?
Look out.
Hey!
What the hell, Batman? Why'd you attack Bugs?
Yeah, what was that all about? He just started that for no reason.
What'd I do to you?
Oh,
of
shit!
course.
Shaggy's going to 100% power. Look at that. They're going with them. Oh my God! He punched the
he
shit
punched
out of
Bugs
Bugs
Bunny.
And damn! Oh my God, bro! What the
What
hell?
the shit?
Oh, dude! I never would have imagined Shaggy and Batman versus Bugs and Arya Stark, bro.
Whoa, you all right? Wow, that was messed up how that thing tornadoed you.
Man.
I can't
Oh,
believe
it's
we
dead.
saw Shaggy punch Bugs. I'm still in shock.
Little guy.
Right? Look at Harley.
Slobber, 'cause you look like your name might be Slobber.
Tom and Jerry.
Paper attacking Slobber.
Dang, Harley, you got rocked.
Look out below!
Oh, snap. Down they go.
I don't know what's happening here, but this looks like a job for.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
All right.
The Iron Giant, dude.
I like that.
Multiverses, open beta, July 2022. So this is gonna be a free-to-play, like, fighting game similar to how we were watching the Nickelodeon game earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be like that, right? But yeah, free-to-play.
That's a pretty good trailer. I'll be honest with you. Like it played
Dude,
up some
I was
nostalgia.
I
I'm
cannot
shocked.
believe I cannot believe that fucking Shaggy just rocked the shit out of Bugs Bunny, bro. I was like,
I
God
know.
damn.
Yeah, like fucking
Holy shit, dude.
Shaggy was like street rules bitch and fucking punched him right in the face. Like I was not
That was
expecting
wild, dude.
that.
That's cool
Oh,
though, man.
that's actually filled me with some joy today. I love it. I was not expecting that at all. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's what we got for the gaming news, man. Unless you got anything else, we can move on to the TV news.
We can move on. Yeah, let's hit it.
All right. Onward then to the TV news.
It is. Hit it.
Yes.
Oh, we have. Oh, I see what it is. My bad.
All right. First thing we have here is something we talked about last week, but we didn't
Yes.
quite get to it then because we weren't sure if it was, officially released yet or uh, anything like that. But
Yeah.
go ahead and open this up here. If you got it
Well,
open, Josh.
why it doesn't look like anything to me.
So I haven't seen this yet. So this is
I watched it.
coming
I'll be
up.
honest. I watched it.
Coming up here, there's a lot of trailers in that I have included in here that I have not seen. Some of them I have, but not all of them. So we're gonna go ahead and check this out. You guys actually, for the first, for quite a rare time, you're gonna see me reacting to stuff for the first time because usually I just react to shit on my own channel, but I just haven't or didn't this, today or this time around. So anyway, Westworld season 4 official teaser from HBO. Let's check this out. 3, 2, 1, play.
Just a perfect day.
Science, bitch.
Drink sangria in the park.
Actually, I wasn't expecting him
And
back,
then later,
but he is.
when it gets dark, we go home. Just a perfect day. Feed animals in the zoo. Just a perfect day. You made me forget myself. I thought I was someone else, someone good. Oh, it's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. You're going to reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow.
All right. So
That's
we
what it
didn't talk at
is.
all during that because, like, I get sucked
No.
into that song and I'm like, I just don't want to talk over it. Like, I enjoy that the music. So,
So for
what'd you
me,
think?
Westworld hasn't I haven't really I don't know. I feel like it's just been so long since we've seen other stuff for Westworld
Right? Yeah.
that I kind of don't really have the hype for it.
Fair. That's fair. I totally
And
understand that.
I feel like season 1 was so amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and the stuff since then has just not really lived up to it. I guess I did like seeing the Samurai World stuff, from
Yeah, I
I
think
think it was what,
2 was
season
okay.
2.
I don't think anything was as good
Yeah,
as that first season, though. That first season was something else.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, this looks all right. I'll probably end up watching it when it comes out, but I'm just not feeling the hype or excitement or anything. I mean, I'm agreeing. I'm in agreement with you on the song, though. I think that was a good song choice, but
Yeah.
I just
The season 3 to me is forgettable. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't. I kind of remember what happened, but at the same time, it has kind of gone from my mind.
yeah.
Um, there's some things in that trailer that I think look cool. There's the gangster world, so I would like to see like that a lot because I love gangster shit. Um, like mobsters and stuff. But it's probably gonna do one of those things that they did in season 3 where Maeve was in a fucking world for like an episode, and then the rest of like that took place in like the real world, from what I remember. So if they cock tease me like that, I'm gonna hate this season. Um, uh, but but yeah, I'm kind of the same as you. I'll check it out when it comes out because you know, why not? But I might rewatch Westworld. I haven't done a rewatch of a show recently in a while, so maybe I'll do Westworld again, and at least I'll enjoy that first season. Anything else to say on that, Daniel, or we want to move on?
No, I mean, we can move on from that.
Okay,
That's good with me, man.
all right.
All right, moving on from that, we have a trailer for Volume 3 of Love, Death, and Robots, which is a show that I really enjoy. Over on Netflix, it's an animated one. I've seen both of the previous volumes. I love Volume 1, and I liked Volume 2, but my issue with Volume 2 is that it was so short. I wanted more, man. I was left wanting more. So hopefully Volume 3 here will give us more. I'm excited for this. I can't wait to watch it. Because I really like this style of storytelling. And I just think it's fascinating. This releases on Friday, by the way, on the 20th. So I'm looking forward to checking this out.
Cool.
But let's watch this trailer. 2 minutes long.
Let's check
3,
it.
2, 1, play.
I am in no mood to repeat myself. I am the only one who can keep this ship on a straight keel.
Fucking
Fuck that, dude.
giant crab.
I would not want to be. I would not want to be on that ship.
What the fuck? That's like a horror game.
Strange eons of thought. I'm trying to communicate.
What the fuck is that?
Soldiers, not fucking archaeologists.
The swarm is a perfect organic system. We can bring order to the chaos of human expansion.
The fuck is that? Evolution is forcing the animal kingdom
The rats strike back.
etc., etc.
What exactly is a tech millionaire?
Fucking
It's
Skaven.
a lot like a regular millionaire, but with a hoodie and crippling social anxiety.
Should we shoot it?
Fuck yes, Coots, let's shoot it.
Dude, fuck that bear, dude.
They were mean to robots and then robots killed them.
So, seeing this trailer, are there any of these stories that they're going to be telling here in this season or volume, I should say, intrigue you, Josh?
Honestly, everything they showed, I'm interested in. Even the little comedy bit there at the end.
Yeah, honestly, same. Because those robots, they're bringing them back because they've been in previous volumes before. Like we've seen them before. So
It's been a while since I've seen.
that's cool that they're bringing those guys back because I've enjoyed those episodes that that they were in. And yeah, I'm the same way, dude. I'm looking forward to all of it. I can't wait. I love all the different art styles and characters and everything. I'm about it, dude.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. My thing with this show is like I always want to like spin this off, make it a series, make it a movie, give me something, give me more of that, And
Yeah.
then it's just like you get how long are the episodes? I don't remember. They were short episodes in like
I
the first
feel like they
season.
vary, but yeah, they're usually on the shorter side, which is kind of a shame because some of these are like
That's the thing
so
that
good.
rips my heart out. Like I enjoy what they have, but it's like I want more. But yeah, I think that looks good. I'm interested in all those shorts. So you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I like shorts. I
Yeah.
call them shorts. Those episodes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. What is next, my friend? If that's all we got.
Next up, we have another teaser, Netflix. This is for Resident Evil. I have not seen this yet, so I don't
I
know
haven't
what
seen
the
this
hell
yet
we're about
either.
to. I don't know what we're about to see, but so far a lot of the most recent Resident Evil stuff has not been great. But we will see. So if you're ready, we can check this out.
Let's hit it.
3, 2, 1, bam.
Billy, Jade, welcome home.
I'd like to build the world a home.
I really think you guys are going to love it here.
Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills, through our land.
A lot of flashing scenes there.
Honestly, kind of interested in it more now than I was before.
July 14th.
We will find out.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It
That's
doesn't look as bad as that movie trailer, that other Resident Evil thing we saw a while ago.
yeah, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I mean, I'll probably I'll probably give it a go. I've watched every Resident Evil thing except for the newest movie, I believe.
It looks so bad. It looks
I haven't checked that out yet, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, this doesn't look that bad, man. It looks I don't know. It doesn't really like excite me or anything, but I'm just like, well, it doesn't look horribly bad. So I'll probably
You know who's
give it
all
a go.
about Resident Evil? Well, Baba. I'm curious what she thinks of this here trailer. So we need to make her watch it.
Indeed.
All right. What is next?
All right. Next up, we have another trailer, but this is for a Hulu show. This is The Orville, New Horizons. Have not seen this yet, so first time for me.
Same.
But I genuinely like enjoyed The Orville, like the previous seasons that have been out. At the time, I remember watching this and this Star Trek Discovery at the at the same kind of deal or at the same time when they came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking this is more of a Star Trek show than the actual Star Trek show, you know?
Yeah.
So let's see what they have in store for us for this season 3, I believe is what this is. So let's check it out. The Orville, New Horizons, available on Hulu on June 2nd. 2-minute 38-second trailer. 3, 2, 1, go.
A traveler comes
The
upon a
chocolate
statue
ship.
of an emperor, inscribed with the words, "My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look upon my
Ozymandias.
works and despair." Only there's nothing left beside it, except empty desert.
It is good to be back.
I really wish they'd let us play music up here.
Why?
Because we'd already be on our feet, ready for action.
We have considered your request for passage through our territory, and we will not stop you. But do not expect us to save you.
Kalon ship pursuing.
Exploration always carries risk. I say we risk it.
Everything forbidden is sweet. This is a good day.
It is a good day.
You do know where you're going, right?
Nope.
Oh boy.
Let's go make some history.
I didn't prepare anything.
Just speak from your heart.
We're about to enter unexplored space. I know you're all just as excited as I am, so
Let's give this everything we got, and may the force be with you. How was that?
Perfect.
I did not expect him to say that, but okay.
Together. We've laughed together. And we all owe each other.
I wonder how much he had to pay to say that.
or you will die. Gordon,
and it's a very special thing.
We should all get big bonuses.
This is
I
history
forgot about the goo
in the
guy.
making. Here's to a better future.
I will be sure to bring my, what does Lieutenant Malloy call it? My A game.
There you go, buddy.
We have to find a way to preserve some kind of peace.
Humans have a tendency to reduce things to black and white, good and evil.
We can find a way to coexist.
You're a Kalon. Your people would like to
Goddamn murderer.
After all these years, you're still able to surprise me.
Show the galaxy that humans are different, that we value life even when our enemies don't.
Captain, you are being deceived.
It's almost like yesterday was one life. And today's another. And everything's different on this side of time.
Definitely worth the wait.
Okay, so there you go, June 2nd. I
I'm
have to say,
hyped.
man.
I'm
I have
hyped.
I have to say, that's a pretty damn good trailer,
That's
bro.
a
Like,
damn good trailer.
that looks fun, dude. I'm definitely
I
down
got
to check
chills,
that.
dude. I got
Continue watching
chills.
that, man.
They're multiplying. Look at them. I got them.
That looks just as fun as the previous 2 seasons. So I'm here for this, man. That's cool,
Honestly,
dude.
that looks better than Westworld to me. Like I want to
Oh,
watch it.
easily for me.
I'm gonna go back and
Uh,
rewatch Orville because man, it's been so long. I'm that was a fucking great trailer. Like I am looking forward to that. That looks
yeah,
awesome.
that was good for sure. For sure, man. That looks fun. June 2nd. That's like less than a month away.
Yeah,
So we'll be checking that out then. Hell yeah.
that looks awesome. Oh, Plasma, thank you for the host. Appreciate you. Hi, Plasma viewers. I didn't realize you hosted because I have notifications off when we do the show. But thank you. What do we have next, Daniel? What's the next?
Next up, we have a Alan Wake TV show in development over at AMC.
Makes sense. Like you say that, and I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense.
So, Remedy creative director Sam Lake said in an Alan Wake update video that they were quite a while ago talking about the Alan Wake TV show, and that AMC is a wonderful, wonderful home for absolutely brilliant TV shows that has bought the rights for Alan Wake, and we've been collaborating on making a TV show happen. Obviously, as many of you know, or if you don't know, AMC is behind such shows like The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad. So they definitely know how to have some hits on their side of things. So we'll see. We'll end up seeing how this does. Yeah, I feel like having played the Alan Wake games, it's perfect for like a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Like this type of game. Like when we talk about games being adapted to like movies or TV shows or something, some are a little bit more difficult to handle than others, but I feel like this one could easily be translated into a TV show. Like it works so well. I think it works very well for that. So I will for sure check out because I feel like it makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does make a lot of sense. I've only played a little bit of Alan Wake, and like, it is perfect for an adaptation. And I think AMC can do good adaptations. Like, they did The Walking Dead when it first came out; it was a hit, and then it went on forever. But I think,
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's a good
the
network
early
for
days,
it.
yeah.
I think it's a good network for Alan Wake, to be honest. And I will be interested in talking with my grandmother about this show when it happens because
Your grandmother.
I'm guarantee you she'll be watching it. I guarantee it. All right.
Nice. So that's cool. Be like, did you know this was a game?
It's based on video. Hey, she watches The Witcher. So I get to
Oh,
talk to her about
nice.
that.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man.
I'm like, it's based on a game, right? A video game. I played the video game.
That's pretty dope.
I don't like the later seasons as much, but the video game's great. Grandmama.
Oh. Hey man, we
Uh,
love the games. The show is a little hit or miss sometimes.
yeah. Well, Henry Cavill's always great though, which is awesome.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
Next up we have confirmation that Black Mirror is returning for season 6 over on Netflix. The acclaimed dystopian anthology series is coming back with longer, more cinematic episodes. The last season aired back in 2019. Before the pandemic, dude. So we haven't seen Black
Before the
Mirror in a
world
few
ended.
years. Yeah, exactly.
They got some new material though, baby.
I was gonna say, I wonder how they're gonna do shit now that it's a new world we're living in, dude. Like since they last did any of this. So yeah, it'll be very interesting because I like Black Mirror a lot. I've seen everything that they've done, and it's
I've
all
never
been
watched it.
good. It's good stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with next. And yeah, I just very, very curious. They said longer, more cinematic episodes. That sounds fucking great to me, man. They've done some pretty fantastic episodes in the past already, man. Like it's good stuff that they do over there. So I am here for this for sure. But yeah, I can't believe it's been that long. I guess it kind of has been though. I remember back in the day though, we used to do like every time a new season would drop, we'd like watch it on like Discord and stuff. So that I do have those memories of of that. But yeah, looking forward to that. It's gonna be exciting. Next thing we have here is we have 2 trailers. So I have not seen either one of these, but we'll talk about them here when we get there. The first one we have is season 3 of The Boys, which I am very hype about. I can't wait to watch this. I love the first 2 seasons. So let's go ahead and check it out, Josh. So if you're ready,
I'm up. I'm ready to go.
let's give it a go. All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
So, let me say it again, Cam. I may be a superhero, but I'm also just a man who fell in love with the wrong woman. Just a man who fell for the wrong woman. Fell for the wrong woman. But out of crisis comes change. Out of crisis comes change. So I spent the last year really slowing down and reconnecting with myself. And I am very excited for everyone to meet the real me.
My God, he just looks psychotic.
Homelander.
Dude, this guy knows how to play that character.
Broken. He's lost his fucking
Look at this guy.
mind.
Love, mommy, daddy, and Abu.
Whatcha?
Hey, yo!
We've been on the straight and narrow all year. No killing soups, no drinking. Even follow Hugh Campbell's orders without strangling him.
Now you're just being cruel.
Or maybe you're not such an asshole.
People have superpowers. But real power
Hey, Giancarlo.
isn't this. It's the ability to bend the world to your will.
Oh, damn.
The gloves are off. Thought we could fight Vought the right way, but we can't. It's all rigged. We have to do it your way.
Oh, God.
All we've got.
That dude's
It's up to
face.
us. I think I have something. Maybe we can use it to blow
Soldier
Homelander's
Boy.
fucking brains out.
I'm excited to see this guy in action.
What's this?
Makes you a soup for 24 hours. You're gonna need it.
Oh, boy.
The whole point
Butcher
of
is a
what we
soup,
do
dude. That's
is
gonna
that
be
no one
nuts.
should have that kind of power.
Yeah, boy.
For once,
He's gonna
I'll
go
level the
ham.
playing field.
I show people the real me.
Jeez.
I mean, they fucking love me. Christ. Soldier Boy.
Damn. Well, fuck. I can't wait to watch that, man. That
That
looks
looked
fucking
great.
awesome.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
another fantastic trailer.
I'm very hyped for that, man. That looks so good. Prime Video. When does that drop again? I think it drops like
Does it say?
pretty soonish. Like I think next month also, right? Yeah, June 3rd. Damn, dude, we have that in the Orville within a day of each other.
Oh,
Fuck.
oh, be a good
Oh
time to
man,
be a
we're
TV watcher, baby.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, boy.
That's exciting. All right, so this next one is something that I did not even know about that existed before today. The description of this has me very intrigued though, so we're both going to check this out. So Josh, the description that I saw for this is Jeff Bridges going John Wick.
All you had to tell me.
So
Let's check it
so
out.
yeah, that's all I had to read too, and I'm like, I need to see this. So I haven't seen it yet, but you're gonna see our reaction live. So this show is called The Old Man. It's gonna be on FX, also premiering next month, June 16th. So let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey kid, it's me. They found me.
Doug, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The dogs are fine. Thought I covered the tracks. You and I were not going to be able to talk again. Remember that I love you. That I'll always love you. I'm on a plane to Morocco tomorrow.
What is happening? I want to understand how your world works.
Come with me, I'll tell you everything.
I'm a rabbit in your headlights, scared of the spotlight.
I know what started all this. This thing's been buried in the ground for 30 years. I wanted it to stay there. This is not something to underestimate.
Any more you send at me, I'm sending back in bags. Anyone you send at my kid, send him back in pieces. What?
There's a villain in every story. Nobody ever sees themselves as playing that role.
You have no idea what I did, who I was. There's no limit to the damage he'll do, or the things he'll destroy.
It matters to me what happens to you after this. It matters to me whether you make it out alive.
Somebody's got to keep an eye on the world the way he does, or the game the way he does.
What I'm built for is defending things. To me, defending. All the best things I've done in my life have been in service of that.
All right. So, what do you think, Josh?
I think it looks great, and I want to cross over with John Wick. I want to see these two guys fuck some shit up. That was
That looks
immediately
cool, man.
remembering it. That looks awesome.
I definitely want to check that out. Again, I didn't even know this was a thing until like today in the morning, and I'm like, I gotta add this into our notes because
I had never heard of it.
Yeah, I figured we'd both maybe be interested in this. So there you go, man. That looks pretty rad.
I enjoy Jeff Bridges a lot. This also has John Lithgow in it, and he's great.
Yeah, John Lithgow's in it. Jeff Bridges is a fucking almost said Keanu as John Wick though sounds cool, man. Like that.
Yeah.
I'm here for that, dude. I love action stuff like that. So I want to check it out. So it comes out on the 16th on FX, and you can also stream it on Hulu. So yeah, Jeff Bridges starring or The Old Man starring Jeff Bridges, John Lithgow, and Amy Brenneman. Pretty cool. It's based on the best-selling novel by Thomas Perry, The Old Man, who centers on Dan Chase, who absconded from the CIA decades ago and has been living on the grid since. When an assassin arrives and tries to take Chase out, the old operative learns that to ensure his future, he must now reconcile his past. With Dan Chase flushed out of hiding, The FBI's assistant director for counterintelligence, Harold Harper, is called on to hunt him down because of his complicated past with the rogue fugitive. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'll definitely be. You know what? I'm gonna add that to my. I don't know if anybody of you out there are listening or watching to this. If any of you guys use TV Time, this is not an ad. You know, I didn't get paid to promote them or anything. But TV Time is great.
But we won't turn
If
down
you
payment. So hook us.
no, hey, TV Time. I use you a lot. So if you wanna hook it up, man, let us know, dude. Because anyway, I just added that to my TV Time. That's the only reason why I brought it up. So yeah, that looks cool. But that is our TV news, man. That is our TV news for the day. We got some movie news to take care of here, and then we'll be done with the overall news. So Josh, you ready to wrap up the news section here with a couple of
Let's hit it.
topics in the movie? All right, let's check it out. So first things first, we have some Dune Part 2 casting news. And we have Christopher Walken is going to be playing the Emperor in the sequel. So Denis Villeneuve is building up quite the cast here for the second movie. They already added Austin Butler and Florence Pugh previously, which we've reported, or we talked about on the podcast in the past. And now they're adding your boy Christopher Walken because they need more cowbell to Dune.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, I'll let Josh speak on it because he's the more knowledgeable person on Dune here. So what do you knowing the character, Josh? What do you think of Christopher Walken playing it?
Honestly, when this was announced, my first thought was like, really? And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can see Walken doing this. Like, modern Walken is like the guy. It's like a lot of comedy and memes and things we've seen previously, but Prime. Go look at Prime Walken and look at those roles and look at that man. He's a very handsome man back in the day. But I was thinking like, and I wish it was my idea, but it's not. It's Matt Colville's idea, but it was like not his idea. But he's like, I bet they paint him up almost like a Roman emperor in some like fucking super not outrageous, but like super like old school emperor shit. Um, I think it'll be great. Denis has not let us down with, for me personally, let me down at all with Dune. I think all the casting has been spot on. So at first I was like, that seems a little strange, and then I thought about it for like literally 2 seconds, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I trust Denis. Well, like he knows what he's
Yeah.
doing, and he's getting the people that he wants. Obviously, like Christopher Walken would not have that role if Denis did not want him to be the emperor. So I'm kind of curious to what he's gonna look like. How they're gonna have him? Are they gonna have him super dolled up with like a lot of like painted face, makeup type deal, or what they're gonna do with the emperor? But all I can say is I got a fever, and the only thing that can cure it is more spice. So
Some more spice. There you go.
I
The
I can't wait
spice
for
must
Dune Part 2.
flow, man.
It's gotta flow. You gotta spice must flow. And fear is the mind killer. Okay. Shai
Shai
Hulud.
Hulud.
Yeah. Exactly. Shai Hulud be with you.
Oh fuck! All right, we
The
can
other
move on to the next thing.
before we move on, the other casting is also
Okay.
good. Florence Pugh and Austin Butler.
Yeah.
Well, Florence
I'm,
Pugh.
I'm,
I haven't seen Austin Butler in
I'm
much, but
yeah, I haven't seen him a lot, but I am excited for Austin Pugh. Jesus, I'm mixing I'm excited for Florence Pugh for sure. I like her a lot, so I'm looking forward to seeing her in this as well. But yeah, I think, and then like in general, like in the first movie, I thought the casting was great too. Like everybody,
Mhm.
I wanted a little bit more out of Oscar Isaac, but that's just if you know what happened, if you know what goes on with that character, then But I didn't know, and I was like, oh man, here we go. We're gonna get to see Oscar Isaac, and then anyway, moving on. we have some Godzilla versus Kong 2 casting news. Dan Stevens is reuniting with director Adam Wingard on the sequel. Not a whole lot is known about this sequel, but we're adding the dude who played Beast in Beauty and the Beast live action to this movie. So, for those of you wondering who the hell Dan Stevens is, he's also the dude. He's also Legion from the Legion TV show. I'm trying to think of what else he's been in. If people don't recognize his name, but I mean, I'm sure people know who Dan. I'm sure some of you guys out there know who he is. But for those of you who don't, those are the first two that come to mind about who he is. For me, at least, I'm sure he's been in other stuff, but those are the ones that come to mind for me. I think he's alright. He's good. He's a good actor. So why not add him to the movie? But also, like, I don't know what the hell they're gonna be doing for this movie, so I can't really be too like excited about it one way or another because in general, I'm not like when I watch Godzilla versus Kong, I don't really. This is gonna sound fucked up, but I don't really particularly care too much about like the human characters. Like I'm there to just see these giant motherfuckers fight each other, man. Like that's what I'm there for, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
I get that you need to have human characters in there because people can't relate to giant CG kaiju, which that's kind of a shame that we have to do that. But I mean, I get it. I understand why you need to do that. But also, like, you could have anybody in the movie and people are gonna watch it. You know what I mean? Like it's Godzilla. Like the two main stars of
Godzilla and
this
Kong
movie.
are stars.
Yeah, those are your two main stars, the two giant CG kaiju fucking monsters, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's who matters here. And then everybody else is just like you're gonna be in the movie, like at least that's my opinion on it. So yeah, I mean I don't really, he's good, he's a good actor. They're adding him to the movie, he's reuniting with the director he's worked with before. That's cool. But I'm more curious about what the story details are, but we don't really have information on that right now because I guess it's kind of early on. So, it is what it is.
Okay, what do we have next? Also, guys, I'm dropping some frames. I apologize, but we should be stabilizing.
The last two things we have here is that um Pixar has set their summer 2023 release. And that is going to be a little film called Elemental. So we have a little bit of concept art here about what they're working on. And it's inspired by the director's childhood in New York and the basic elements of fire, water, land, and air. So if you ever wanted a Pixar Avatar movie, I guess this is as close as you're gonna get, huh? But yeah, it's Disney Pixar's summer release for next year. Like I said, based on the director Peter Sun's childhood in New York, and it journeys alongside unlikely pair Ember and Wade in a city where fire, water, land, and air residents live together. The fiery young woman and the go with the flow guy are about to discover something elemental. How much they actually have in common. So there you go. That's pretty cool. I like the idea behind this. I think it's pretty neat. What do you think, Josh?
No, I think it's cool. I think it looks the concept art that I have up looks neat. So I think it looks pretty cool.
So that's Pixar's or one of their next movies, because I believe the next one is literally Lightyear, which comes out soon. But
I'm excited for that. That looks great too.
But Elemental coming out next year, so we have another Pixar movie. But yeah, it looks cool. I'm looking forward to learning about it more. I'm looking forward to seeing a trailer whenever that comes out. But
Shit.
yeah, I like Pixar, man.
I forgot to say this before the stream. They're actually working on the internet, so down the road a bit. So if it actually cuts off at any point in the next little bit, be aware that's probably what happened. But I am dropping frames still, so let's finish up the news. Then we take a break and see if we can
Yeah.
stabilize
So
things.
let's watch this last trailer we got here, which
Sorry, what did you say, Daniel? I
is
took my audio.
we have a trailer for Prey, 20th Century Studios.
Yes.
This is the new like Predator movie that's set like 300 years in the past. So
Yeah, let's check it out. It's
let's
just a
give it a
teaser.
go.
It's only like 40 seconds long.
I haven't seen this at all, so
I haven't
let's
either.
see it. 3, 2, 1, play. See what they got for us here.
We've been pretty good with trailers, so today. So let's see if
From
we
the
get something
from
good.
the director of 10 Cloverfield Lane. I like that movie, so let's see what they got here. Oh man, you're fucked. August 5th. Prey. All right. I mean, I guess for a teaser, that's all you needed to do, huh?
Yeah.
I
I'm
want this. I
curious.
want this to be good. I want this to be good because I like for the Predator franchise. But I don't know, man. The last few Predator movies have not been
Yeah.
hidden, man. Actually, Alien too. That's But anyway,
It's been a little rough. If you're fans of those franchises.
I hope this is good. Uh, Crazy new action thriller from 20th Century Studios, directed by Dan Trachtenberg. The newest entry in the Predator franchise will stream August 5th exclusively on Hulu. Set in the Comanche Nation 300 years ago, Prey is the story of a young woman, Naru, a fierce and highly skilled warrior. She has been raised in the shadow of some of the most legendary hunters who roam the Great Plains. So when danger threatens her camp, she sets out to protect her people. What the prey she stalks and ultimately confronts turns out to be a highly evolved alien predator with advanced technical arsenal, resulting in a vicious and terrifying showdown between the two adversaries. So yeah, please be good. That's all I have to say. Please be good.
All right.
You got nothing? You got anything to add on to that before we head on over on our
No.
break?
No, sir. I just want it to be good as well. So
All right. Well, I guess we'll take our break and end the first half of the show here, and then we'll be back in a little bit and just have a chat about our 3-year anniversary and where we're sitting at with that. So
yeah.
we'll be back, guys.
I'm gonna put some music on for you guys and go to the break screen, get up, stretch your legs, go to the restroom, get a drink, come right back in a few minutes, and we will continue on with the show. Let me fix a be right back screen because I have it set to starting soon. Hello, everyone. We are back from our break. We're going to get into our main topic. Let me swap off the movie news for our 3-year anniversary
We've
news.
been doing this for 3 years, man.
In 3
That
years.
is bonkers, man. Because I remember a time I might have said this the previous 2 times, but there was a time when Josh and I only imagined doing this podcast, and it's crazy to think that we are now 3 years. We will be 3 years into this because,
That's
like I
crazy.
said, our actual like the day is the 19th, and today, as of this recording, is the 16th. So we're getting there, but 3 years, man, that is wild. I would have imagined that when we started this, that shortly after, a few months later, the world would end, and we are
Right?
where we are now, man. Like that's crazy, dude. But
But hey, we're still
been
kicking. We're still
we're
rocking.
still yeah we're still moving and grooving, baby. Even though it's been crazy times, man. Like uh, but yeah, dude, we're almost 120 episodes deep. We'll be on the 120th next week, which will be a retro rewind, by the way. So check that out. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's crazy, dude. Crazy that we 3 years we're 119 episodes, and Just everything that
Yeah.
all the news we've covered, all the mm, topics we've covered, and main, all the guests we've had. Because one of the goals I had for last year, I remember last year we had like goals that we had in mind for this time around, last year, and one of my goals was to have more guests on. And not only did we have guests on, but a couple of them even came on twice. So there you go, man.
Yeah.
We've had return. Not only have we had actual guests, we've had returning guests now. So that is awesome.
It's pretty
Uh,
dope.
and I'm glad that we were able to do that. And then I believe a goal that Josh had was to get us on Spotify and the RSS feed and all that stuff. And guess what? We're on there now, baby.
Yeah, and we're
Um,
we're we're everywhere. I think you can get us just about everywhere now on in MP3 format. I'm dropping frames again, guys. I'm sorry. The internet, I don't know what's going on. But you'll have the recording at the very least if we're lagging around a little bit. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I got the MP3 sheet up just because I was like, I'm gonna scroll down to our 2-year anniversary, and then I'm gonna
yeah.
scroll up and watch to see I'm gonna look at all the episodes that we
So
did.
what number is that? Like how long has it been? Because this is episode 119, 3 year. What's the 2 year anniversary episode
Third
number?
two
'Cause
year
I don't know.
anniversary was episode 74.
Oh, damn.
74.
74, and we're on 119. That's a year from
Mm-hmm.
episode 74 to 119. That's a year's worth of shows. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, dude. And then
One of
before that, you have the 1 year anniversary, which was, even the 1 year before that. So that's crazy.
and one of the things that we wanted to improve on was not have as many skipped shows, because we had occasionally I skipped shows a
Yeah.
lot because I had shit going on, but we got a lot better, I feel, with this year and after and starting ramping up to our 2nd-year anniversary. We were getting better with our consistency. I feel
Yeah.
like this last year we've been the most consistent we've ever been, and we've only missed shows when it's like something really bad usually. Um, but yeah, that's a goal
Which
I feel like we hit.
which yeah, we're at 119 episodes, which is a lot. But just imagine we'd be over that if we
Hmm.
like just if we didn't miss any over like the past couple years. But I mean, obviously we're gonna miss some here and there, and that's fine. It just happens.
They're rare
But
now. I feel like when we have to
but
cancel
yeah,
a show, it's
but
very
yeah,
rare.
for sure we don't miss many these days, which is
And even if
cool.
we miss a Monday, we'll do it on a different day, or we'll do it later in the day. We've gotten better at
Yeah,
like just adapting to the circumstances around us. So that's one thing I'm proud of, is like how
indeed,
much
indeed.
better we've gotten at
Consistency
being
wise,
consistent.
yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
And in fact, the episode we did after the 2-year anniversary, Daniel, was the future of Star Wars, where we talked about
Mm,
I guess the video games, movies, and TV shows that we were excited for Star Wars, and I guess
yeah,
this was pre the announcement of KOTOR remake. I think we even talked about it.
it was. Yeah, it
Um,
was. It was definitely before that
my
because
my my train of thought, yeah, because the KOTOR remake was like Game Awards or
yeah, it
something.
wasn't announced till like December or something. Yeah, so
Uh,
or
so
actually, wait,
yeah,
it was announced. It was announced at a PlayStation thing, so
yeah, it was a
maybe
PlayStation thing. It wasn't Game
it
Awards.
was it was a little before the Game Awards, but it was like later in the year after that.
Yeah,
I
you're
think.
right.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
but anyway, yeah, it's crazy, man. Uh, how much has happened since then, and like just saying like episode 74 to 119, like that's crazy, dude.
It's a lot of
When
shows.
when was the when was the 1 year anniversary? So that if the 3 year anniversary today is 119, the 2 year anniversary is 74. What's the 1 year anniversary?
Um,
What number is that? 'Cause I'm just curious, like the in between,
did we episode 38 was our 1-year anniversary.
38, 74, 119. Dang,
I was like, I
that's
don't remember. Did we do a 1 year? We did do a 1-year anniversary show.
yeah, I'm like I have no doubt we did it because that'd be a
Dude, my brain is mush
crime
a
we
lot of
didn't.
the time.
Yeah,
Uh, it was right after we watched. I guess we watched Conan the Barbarian. Like there was that the
The
next week we
retro
did the one
rewind.
here. Yeah,
Mhm.
and then we started our mythology series right after that.
Nice. I mean, that seems like forever ago now, man. Like 2020 is a year that I'm glad we're done with, and that was a lot of that. Seems like is just like I'm just glad we're past that and where we are now because
And
those
we have
were
such a better
interesting
setup now for
times.
running the show. Like
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've upgraded. I have 3 monitors now, which makes running the show super easy. I can keep eyes on the guests and make sure everything's not on fire, other than the internet, which I have no control over. Um,
Right.
but and I got the stream deck, makes running the show so much easier. I'm pretty sure I could run the show in my sleep almost now. Like I really could. We've gotten so used to it, and oh my god, the quality changes. Like we've gotten good mics. We've had so many good upgrades now. Um,
Yeah.
uh, like you go back and watch that first episode, and boy, is it rough.
Oh no, that first episode is like hard to watch nowadays, just because like
hmm
everything about it is just rough. Like very first episode, like the lighting, the audio, the
We didn't even have a
everything.
good overlay. It was so bad.
Yeah, we're just like we're gonna be doing a Marvel episode, so we're gonna have a Marvel over there, you know.
But I'm gonna look through these episodes and be like, I'm gonna try to pick a favorite. I'm gonna be like, which one of these
Yeah.
is my
Okay.
favorite of
So
last year?
I was gonna say over the last 3 years, what are some of your favorite episodes that we've done? Because we've done some
Let's
pretty good
see.
ones over the past 3 years, man.
Yeah, let's look through here.
We've had some pretty good stuff. I like for me, I've liked some of the like the guests. Like whenever we have guests on, I always enjoy those, right? Because it's always just fun having another person to bounce off ideas
Yeah.
and just talk shop with. Like it's good,
So
man. I like those for sure.
the Mass Effect episode with Katie, and
That's a good
you,
one.
because
Yeah.
that was absolutely one of my favorites of this past year. I'm not going through all the years yet and being like, this is everything. But the past
Yeah,
year,
that's good. Mhm.
um, the Mass Effect episode, um, the Casablanca episode, I feel was really, really good. I enjoyed that episode like a lot because it was us going back to fucking way back to the retros and checking out Casablanca. So that is absolutely one of my favorites. Again, to talk with you about that was great.
Mhm.
Um our D&D world building. Like I love every
Oh
episode we
yeah, I
do.
like those too. Yeah, those are fun. It's funny you mentioned that because I was literally looking over the list of all the shows we've done in the past year, and I was gonna literally about to bring that up because I see D&D World Building Part 4, and I'm like, yeah, dude. Like literally, sometimes we'll do those, and Josh is like, oh man, I don't know what we're gonna do today, and I'm just like, dude, D&D that we got this, man. And then we do like a 3.5 hour show on it, dude. It's like there you go.
Mhm. Yeah. Um Favorite
Which
movie romances, I like. Yeah, that one's a good one. Oh,
Majin
sorry,
in
what
the
were you gonna
chat's
say?
like we no Majin in the chat's like we should do a one shot in that world one day. I would love to, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely, we
I'd
should.
love to. I would I want to continue building upon it, but I feel like even what we have now, you're good to start a one shot in it, like easily.
What we should do is like we co-DM, right? Like
Hmm.
I'll do combat and you do like story, or you could do whatever one you want to do. You could do combat and I'll do story, or you could do story and I'll do combat.
That's
Like
that's honestly the one thing that prevents me from being a DM. I love the story stuff. I love the role playing aspect of things, but combat, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I feel like I'd either make shit too easy or I'd make shit way too hard, and people would hate me for it. So I'm just like, nope,
and what would be
I
cool
don't do that.
and what would be cool about doing that is if people were cool
But
with
I'd be,
streaming it, I would love to stream it too.
oh yeah,
Um
but I'd 100% be down for a co DM of that. That'd be great.
the other thing is like, oh god, I want to do this now. The other thing that would be cool is we would collaborate, right? So you would see how I would set up combat, and I would see your method for making story. Like, so because everybody's different, like every DM's different, and they have different preferences for things. And Daniel and I are such good
Yeah.
friends. I'm sure we could meld our different styles together to
And
make
then
something
like
truly
another
cool.
thing is like we can bounce ideas off each other, and like if you let's say I have like a story idea and I'm like, yo, Josh, what do you think of this? And then he can maybe be like, oh, that's cool. Maybe you can also do this. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. That's a great idea, because like a lot of like that kind of stuff is just like borrowing off of things you like, right? And just kind of
Mhm.
making it blend into your story or whatever. Whenever you're trying to do stuff like that, so it would work out. But yeah, I'd be up for that, man. That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's write that down. We'll do that at some point. That's a goal for the next anniversary. The Clockwork Cantina D&D special. Um, um, but yeah, some more of our favorite episodes. I love doing the movie romances because I love romance, and we did that one on Valentine's Day. So that was like,
Yeah,
um,
that was like this year,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
That was
Um, That was
yeah,
this
yeah,
past February, so I really enjoyed that episode. For from the past year, I also really enjoyed our Maltese Falcon episode where we really got into the noir retro rewatch
mm,
things.
yeah.
So that was cool. So that's some of my favorite episodes of the past year. Now I'm gonna look through and be like, what are some of my favorite episodes of like just out of the entire show? Um,
Yeah.
so if you have any Daniel, anything in the past year that you want to
The past
mention?
year, yeah. So I was gonna mention the D&D world building ones are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked all the ones that we have guests on, like the one we had the talking music with Alex. I had a lot of fun with because her and I have a lot of the same like musical like interests. Like we like a lot of music, and it's just like there will be times where she'll just send me a song, and be like, yo, what do you think of this? And I'll just listen to it and we'll talk about it. And that's cool. And then I like talking about dude Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I love that movie. So watching that one for the first time and talking about it on stream was awesome. That
Yeah.
movie was fantastic. I even like the Kickstarter one, that we did the Kickstarter episode because we would just,
Yeah.
bring
Kick-ass
to light
Kickstarters.
stuff that, Kickstarters and that was fun. The Donnie Darko one with Hannah because she loves the horror stuff, and it was cool talking to her about that movie because she loves that movie, and seeing what she had to say about it and all that. And yeah, so that's episode 91 for you guys wondering. Donnie Darko with Nasty Stick, which by the way, Nasty Stick, quick plug for her.
Yeah.
She's doing she doesn't really stream a whole lot on Twitch nowadays, but she does a lot of YouTube and TikTok stuff where she talks about like horror movies and just film stuff in general. So go check her out, give her a quick follow on TikTok and YouTube. But yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes. Yeah, the Mass Effect one with Katie was cool because like both of you guys were already huge Mass Effect fans, and I was kind of the one like coming in new for the first time, because I just played the game like months before that. So talking with you guys about that was fun. I mean, shit, we went on for like a 3.5 hour show on that one, so we had a lot of fun talking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I mean, those are cool. I mean,
Okay. I have some from like all of our
for
shows
for for all of them, yeah,
for all the year. Um,
all the
I
years. What do you
I
got?
loved all of our leading lady ones. Where we
Oh yeah,
did
we did
TVs
those
and
like
games.
early.
Yeah.
Which what I would consider is year one is like season one, year two is like season two, and then now we're like in season three, right, of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how I would describe it. So yeah, so whenever I say like season one or whatever, just so you guys know what I'm talking about, we did a lot of those leading lady ones in like season one, like year one, like fucking episode 8 was the leading ladies of film. Like we did that one really early on.
Yep.
We did what the other ones were like not long after that. I'm pretty sure gaming episode 32 was it. Then there was the ladies of TV, which was what, like
Let's see here.
I don't know, but it wouldn't have been shortly after, too long after that. So
It's in there somewhere.
yeah, but we did all those pretty early on. Those are cool. Yeah, I always appreciate giving characters their due. Um, when we do
Another
that was And we've had like not
Mhm.
only not only that, but we've had like logo changes and like
Yeah.
thumbnail changes. Like the look of the show has changed. Like if you look at those early videos, like the the thumbnail look is almost the same as what we have now, but like the logo is it looks more clean, and like the colors aren't as drained. Like it's more colorful now,
A
which
little
I
more
like.
vibrant. Yeah.
Yeah, more vibrant for sure.
Hmm.
Which is a good thing.
Which, by the way, I kept fucking up logos forever. Like, I had to get Daniel to send me the correct logo like 3 fucking times because I kept losing the one I'm supposed to be using, and I was using the old one thinking it was the new one at times, and I was like, God damn it, where's the good logo?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. You can straight up tell though, like once you look at him, because like the old one is like just like not as vibrant, and like the new one is just so colorful, and like when just comparing the two, you can just see it. It's like, man,
Yeah.
that is crazy how like flushed out of color those used to look. And then also like in the early days, like for the YouTube stuff, and I guess this is the way it is on audio too, right? We would split up the show in like two parts. So it's like news section in one part, and then the main topic in another part, which I kind of don't really like. Like part of me, I thought about this a few times. Like part of me would love to go back and just like re-upload the old episodes into like one part, you know? But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Just leave it the way it is, because that's how we did it back in those days, man. Like, and then
We
like,
grew. It shows our growth. I feel like I
yeah,
like
and
that.
then like, and then it'd be weird to be like, here's an episode from when we first did our podcast from 2019, and then like we re-upload it now, and it's like 2022. Like this is not how it looks like now, dude. Like don't even like, no, that's not how it is.
Remember,
Uh
remember when we used to host MP3 files on Google Drive instead of actually
oh
having a
yeah,
place to host the fucking things? Like, oh
I
my
do remember that.
god, what a nightmare!
But hey, man, that's how it was, dude.
Mhm.
Back in them days, like we had what we could, man. Like,
That's true. We made do with what we had.
but yeah, man, we've talked about a lot of things over the years, man. We talked about movies and cons and E3 and just like doing stuff off the brain. Like that one time we just talked about GTA 6 without planning to talk about GTA 6, and like
Hmm.
we've done like wrestling episodes and like Star Wars Day episodes, and we did an episode on collecting, and like the mythology ones, and a whole heap of stuff, man. We fan casted Batman Beyond. Like we've done a lot of stuff,
That's on my
man.
list. I have it right here. One of my favorite episodes is when we
Oh,
did Batman
okay.
Beyond.
Well, so yeah, go ahead and name off some of the episodes
Yeah.
from the 3 years that we've done that
So I
you've liked.
have
Go ahead.
Infinity and Batman Beyond, which is where we did our Batman Beyond casting. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that episode because I'm such a big fan of Batman
that was
Beyond, and
fun. You know,
before I die, he's got to be on the big screen, please.
we need to do another one of those fan cast
It's
movies
been a while,
episodes,
yeah.
because we have not done one since then, and that was like year one, or no, it was like year two, I guess. But it was
I
it
think it's
was
you too.
it was it was like shortly. It was only like 3 episodes after the 1 year anniversary, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got you.
So it was like really early on. The episode was from 2020, so
We haven't done one of those in a while. How come we haven't done one of those in a while? Did we just do
I
other
don't
stuff,
know,
or we were
dude.
so busy, like with
We
other
we just
stuff?
been we just been doing other stuff, so we got to plan another one of those fan cast movie episodes, man.
Yeah, we sure do.
But I'd love to, because yeah, it's been almost 2 years since we've done one of those, which is wild. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a good one. What else you got?
I got the Modding Madness episode in here, and I really liked it because it was showing off our favorite games that we mod, and then some of our favorite mods. Like I really enjoyed that episode. Uh, like you showed some mods I'd never seen before for things, and I'm sure I showed a few things off. It was a really early on episode. It was episode 33, but I really
Yeah,
enjoyed that episode.
also
I thought it
2020.
said a lot about us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I got the Ghost of Tsushima episode on here because we played the fucking hell out of Ghost.
I love that game, dude. Love that game.
It
Love,
was
love, love that game.
incredible, and one of my absolute favorite games. And it was so good. And Daniel was
Episode
playing it at the same
47.
time. Yeah, episode 47. Daniel played it
For
at the
those of
same
you wondering.
time. And we
Yeah.
were streaming and raiding each other and playing not I played like fucking 12 hours at one stream, and then we got to talk about it on the cantina. Like
Yeah.
it was so good.
It was crazy. I remember, doing like an 8-hour stream at one point because it was just I love that game. It's literally one of my favorite games of all time, dude. Like I'm so excited for that movie. But yeah, that episode was good, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun talking about that game because we made some different choices there at the end of the
We
game. If you
did,
play the
which
game, you
which made
know
for some great
it's made for
discussion.
some good talks. So if you want to go check that out, go check it out. Episode 47, like I said.
And the cool thing
So
about it is like neither of us were wrong. I don't think both had our reasons, and I think they were both perfectly valid for going the way we
exactly, yeah,
went. Uh,
exactly.
I remember Majin and I were sitting in Discord watching you finish the game. And I was like, I think I know what Daniel's going to pick. And then you surprised the shit out of me by picking a different option than I did. I was like, I was so wrong. Um, but see, that's the shit I look back at and I'm like, I'm so fond of that memory. Because I was like,
Yeah, dude,
wow,
it's good,
that was
cool
cool.
stuff, man.
That was cool. So one of my absolute favorite episodes. The games of the decade. I really love doing the games of the
Oh,
decade.
that one was awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The we've done 2 of them now.
Mm-hmm.
So do you mean the 2010 to 2020 or the more recent one, which is the
I love them
1999?
both. I love them both, to be honest with you, because they really make what they challenge me to go back and like look this shit up, but it's also
Mhm.
like it's a nostalgia trip because it's like, oh, I remember when that came out. Or I remember that
Yeah.
shitty game, or I remember that awesome game, and then it's like you look at the years and it's like, wow, that year was stacked. Or holy shit, this next year was fucking crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
so interesting to go back and look at that stuff.
There were some years that I was looking at, I'm like, man, all these games came out this year. Like, fucking, that's insane, dude. Like, some of these games are like all timers too, you know. So that, yeah, I agree with that one. That's a good call right there, man. The games of the decade ones were fun, dude.
I love a lot
Fun,
of the
fun.
series that we do. Like I love every single one of our retro rewatches, even when we watch something that's not necessarily great, which I think most things we've seen are fucking awesome.
They've been pretty good for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. But I love the games of the decade, and you know the last one I have here, and you know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be one of our brackets. I really loved our Star Wars character bracket. Our Star Wars one in particular was great because it was Star
Yeah.
Wars, and it was us, and it was a
Which,
battle.
so we've done 3 of these brackets so far. We did one. The first one was in 2021 last year for March because I was like, you know what, Josh, we should do a March Madness bracket because March Madness speaks for itself. Like they usually it's bracket season. Like people do brackets for, you know, college basketball, obviously, and then like you can do brackets for all kinds of other shit. So we did one for video games, and what I did, I went first, and what I did was I like found a list of games and I threw them in a generator and they made some matchups. And we had some choices for some stuff because at that point there were some games that I had not played that I now have played. So it'd be curious to like I wonder how it would answer now that I have played some of those
Mm-hmm.
and see how different my list would be or if it would be the same. Like I don't know, you know. So that's an interesting one. But we did the first one, yeah, March 15th, 2021. And then the next one was the one that Josh is talking about, the Star Wars one, which he did that one. So he got a list of Star Wars characters and threw them in together, and we fought them off against each other. And that episode took place in May. That was a May. This is around a year ago. This is May 17th that we did this one.
Yeah.
Um,
I really love brackets. I
that
love
was cool.
brackets because I told Daniel I was like, let's do another bracket.
Yeah,
I want
right.
to.
Yeah, he was like, "Let me do another." So, by the way, Josh, well, we're really quickly. Then the most recent bracket we did was this year for March, and it was a March Madness comic book villains bracket. So, and I did that one. So, guess what that means? That means the next bracket we do, Josh, is gonna be your choice, man, your pick. So,
Yeah.
whenever we do the next one, you're gonna do that one. But yeah, that's the last one we did, comic book villain one over in March, and that was episode 111. But yeah, those are fun too. Yeah, those I always enjoy the bracket ones because
They're
those
fun.
those just have fun little.
They're a
You know,
challenge almost too.
they
'Cause you gotta
are
weigh everything. It's like,
because you
oh
don't
man.
want to. You don't like some of them. You don't want to have to choose on, but ultimately you have to. You have to make a choice, even if you like both options. You have to find like even if you think both are good, you have to find it within yourself to be like, all right, I like both of these, but ultimately you're gonna like one more than the other, and you have to kind of like it's an internal battle with yourself, being like, well, which one do I want more? Which one do I like more? And then you have to
Mhm.
decide, and then you do it. So those are fun. Those are fun. I do like the March Madness
Yeah, they're great.
bracket ones. Yeah.
Um, since we're talking about episodes, and we've done episodes quite a bit, and there's episodes we've done early, and I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about Daniel. Have we ever thought about going back and redoing our list rankings? Like we've done our Marvel list previously, but there's been a lot more
That
stuff that's
was
come out since then.
yeah.
Have you ever thought
So
about going back and
honestly,
doing that?
we yeah, we could do that actually because we did it. We've done a Pixar one also, and there's been more Pixar movies that have come out for then also. But yeah, we could definitely do another like MCU like list thing, or we can just do a like a brand new one, like DC movies or whatever, right?
Yeah,
But
I really want
but
to
you're talking
revisit our Marvel stuff because
yeah, you're
specifically
talking
the Marvel.
specifically about redoing one, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and when I kind of want to do it after Thor: Love and Thunder because I feel like that would be that's when does that come out?
That comes out like in a month or two,
So
like
yeah,
July maybe.
I feel like maybe we should revisit that after we both get a chance to see it, obviously. So it might not be
Right.
necessarily after that movie release
I
date,
would
but
say like maybe like towards the end of the year. How about that? Like we
yeah,
do
that would
one
work.
like maybe towards the end of the year, right? Because
Yeah,
then you have
I would
every
love.
other movie that comes out this year, right?
You're right. You're right. And not only that, but I might throw when we throw our shows in there too. Like, where do we rank all this
Oh
stuff?
man. So I would say that needs to be two separate ones because I don't want to throw in the shows with the movies because I feel like that's like it's difficult to compare a movie to a show because the show you have more time with the characters and you have more episodes and whatnot, and the movie is just like what
Yeah,
2 hours
I'm
whatever.
not saying necessarily putting them up against the movies. No, I just meant like maybe do the
But
shows as well and like add that all
I'd
in.
be no, I'd be down to do a Marvel show bracket list for sure. Like
Yeah.
definitely, I'd be up for that. And then, like I said, we can just do more or other ones too. Like we can do a DC movie
For
list
those
or
of you
whatever.
watching, this is exactly how we plan our shows out. Like we sit there and chat and
Yeah,
we're like, we should do this.
it'd be like that. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's something that I have thought about, like going back and redoing some stuff that we've done already. Like I said, we did a
Imagine.
Marvel. The very first episode we did was the Marvel list, and that was May 19th of 2019, and that was like I guess shortly after Endgame came out, right?
I think so.
That was like fresh off of Endgame, so there's been a lot of other Marvel movies that have come since, and it'd be interesting. Also, I've never in my life seen that movie, Majin. He's talking about the Fantastic Four, the most recent one
I
with
haven't seen it either.
Josh Trank, and I've never watched it, and I don't really have a desire to.
My well, I'm not gonna spoil what my favorite movie is now because we're gonna redo our list at some point for Marvel things. But
Right,
if that is a
but
genuine
has yours
question,
changed?
I'd really have to get in there and think on it. But I think it
Okay,
may have, because my number one was Avengers Endgame was my number one, and that was also the most recent thing that had come out, right? So there was some
huh.
bias there, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
recency bias for
so
sure.
I will tell you that, Majin, my number one was Avengers Endgame in that list. Um, because I hang on to all my lists. I never threw them away, and I'm never going to because because we're gonna go back and revisit some of them.
I do not have mine handy, but I think I can find it maybe kind of quickly. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Anyway.
Shit, I still have our brackets. I
Oh
have
damn.
photos of our brackets in here. I saved all of that shit. I saved the why don't you put her in charge list and movies and TV shows and video games. I have a Daniel. I have our short list. I just opened it of the fucking
Oh.
names that we were trying to come up with for the podcast. I have it right here.
Oh wow.
It's
I
right in
don't.
front of me.
Oh damn.
Hang on, let me fix my audio really quick. It's bugging out. Would you guys like to hear some of the terrible names we came up with?
Oh
Or at least
god. I
I
don't know.
came up with my list.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to hear some of these, but go ahead anyway, man.
let's
Just do it.
let's start at the bottom at number 8. So I had 8 ideas. So I think it was you came up with the list, I came up with the list, and then we put our ideas together. At some point, and I'm not exactly sure what I don't know if this is both our lists combined or if this is I can't remember, but at number 8 we had an idea, or I don't know which one of us had probably me. I had the idea to call this show The Recon at one point. I don't know what that was about. It's the reason it was at number 8. It was just an
The
idea we threw
Recon.
on. The Recon.
Yeah, I don't remember that one, man.
It's on there. Number 7 is the Daring Journey cast. I don't know what that was about. I think that's definitely me because I feel like I was leaning into D&D. I think this whole list is me, actually.
I was gonna say that sounds an awful
I think
like
I
a
think
D&D
what it
thing.
is. I think what it is I did a list and then you did a list of names and then we
Okay.
talked together. But we collaborated because that's what we do. We're partners. So,
Yes.
I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just throwing shit at the wall at some of these points. Like Act 1. What the fuck is kind of stupid ass name is that? Terrible. Terrible name. Heroes and Fables. I actually still kind of like that. I feel like I could use that with D&D somewhere.
That sounds cool, but I don't know. I mean, I guess you could call a podcast that, but I mean, I feel like for what we do, it kind of wouldn't.
No,
really,
it did not.
It wouldn't
It would
work.
not work for this. No, but I could use that somewhere else.
You could definitely use that for something else easily.
Clash of the Coast was a thing because we are both on different coasts.
East Coast, yeah.
So, the Totally Epic Podcast was one. I remember writing that one down. I thought, oh, that sounds stupid, but it's stupid. It might work. Another D&D one was the Hero's Call. Again, I don't know why I was leaning heavy into that shit. I don't think we figured out what we were gonna do with the show yet. To be honest with you, for some of these names. And then ultimately we decided on the Clockwork Cantina, and so I put that at number 1, and that was after we had talked. I imagine it's why that's in here because it was both of us combining our things. So yeah, those are some of the fucking god awful names I came up with. They're terrible. But Clockwork Cantina is fucking fantastic. I love the name we came up with.
Yeah, I really do like that name. Yeah. I wonder if if we were just starting out the podcast now, like what we would name it, you know?
Lord
But yeah,
have
back
mercy.
then it was, man, I can't 3 years, dude. Like I like we were, and that's not even counting like the long amount of time we actually spent just talking about wanting to do this, because we had talked about doing this for a while before we actually did it. Like we could have been doing this potentially for even longer, you know, but we just didn't. So that's crazy, man. That is really, really crazy.
Yeah, so I can't believe I still have that list in here. Holy shit.
Dude, I'm just surprised that you keep all this stuff, because I only not recently, but like I have some things that I don't have others. Like if you ask me to find my Marvel list, I don't have it. I tried seeing I tried looking to see if I could find somewhere where I have it, and it's not there. So I don't even know what my Marvel list looks like. I know that I know what I had in my top 10 at the time, but like I don't know. You guys just go watch that episode and then tell me what it is because I'm curious. I feel like my number one probably changed from then to now too.
Yeah, I mean, it's been years.
Because I feel like my number one at the time was very like kind of nostalgia based. Um, so I feel like it would probably change now that there's been more out. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting redoing it for sure. Redoing the list. That's something we'll have to definitely talk about in the future. Maybe redo it. Maybe make a new list, maybe like a DC one, or make a Star Wars list or whatever. Because
Mhm.
we could definitely do those as well.
We leaned on lists pretty early. Like we were leaning
A
on
lo-
that pretty hard to fill episodes on occasion.
Yeah, a lot early on. Which
So
it's funny
we
because
so we kind of
nowadays,
got our feet
yeah,
on there. Yeah.
because nowadays we hardly ever do that stuff.
I know, right? I'm so proud of us. We've grown so much since those days.
Like, all right,
Uh,
let's do this list, let's do that. Because like seriously, like the
like we didn't
episode
want to
one
just do a
list.
podcast that was all lists. Like that was terrible. That'd be terrible. Well, no, I don't
Literally,
think it'd
like
be terrible, but it's not what we
episode
wanted.
6 and 7, both in a row, 2 lists, cartoons and anime, like boom, boom.
Yeah.
Then, like literally, episode 9, and we didn't even know what the fuck we were doing. We literally just
Nope,
called it
shooting
shooting
the
the
shit.
shit. Because like, who knows what the fuck we were doing?
We have
And
one
then
more of
like,
those later. I think called a good day
where's
or
the?
something.
Oh god, I don't even know, man. But
There's
like,
Grand Theft Thinking. Now that was a good episode.
Grand Theft Thinking. That's what I was talking about earlier. We talked about
Yeah.
GTA 6. Just like we didn't even have like an idea for that episode, and we were just like, let's see what happens, man. And that's what happened. We just naturally went to GTA 6, man, and that's what this episode was about. Granted, it was a lot shorter episode, but I think like you know that's what
we
we did, man.
we've changed and grown so much since those early days. Like we really have, and we've gotten so much better. Like guys, when we first started out, we barely scheduled episodes. That's why some of those episodes we're like shooting the shit. Like the shooting the shit episode was like, well, you want to do a podcast next week? What are we gonna talk about? I don't know. Now we plan
We're just
shit
gonna
so much better and have
yeah.
topics ready, and we live in an age.
It's kind of crazy looking back at that.
Yes, and we live in an age where we got Disney Plus and we got TV shows and we got movies to talk about, and they're dropping every year. We get a show, and that fills out a new show that we get to talk about. Things like Moon Knight. We get to try some new things like the Marvel Comics Civil War that we did recently, episode 114. So that's not even that long ago. That Majin was very helpful to us, getting us to be able to read the actual comic series of Civil War.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite like recent episodes, the comics one,
Yeah,
because
it was cool.
that's something we're gonna be definitely be doing more in the future as well. So look out for that. Because I definitely want to read more comics. I want to read the Fables comics. I don't know if we're gonna do that on for an episode, but I want to get on that like personally. Like I want to do on that. But we'll do other comics. Like there's that one was a Marvel one. We'll do. There's so much we could do, man. So much we could do.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to do
stay
some of the
tuned for
Star
that.
Wars ones.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
For sure.
So that's a thing we're growing towards, doing more of the comic stuff, because we've only done like the one episode, but we talk about comics a lot because Marvel, DC.
That was episode 114. If you guys want to check that out, it was very recent. It was like 5 episodes ago, but definitely go give that a go, man, because that was fun talking about that. And then we've done like also more recently like doing TV show ones like Deadwood
Yeah,
and
I was sitting here
Rome.
looking. I'm like, Deadwood's right there. I know Daniel's gonna bring
Those
it up.
are like back to back, or not back to back, but like really close in proximity that we did to one another.
And we've wanted to watch Deadwood forever,
Yeah.
because I'd never seen it.
That's an instance of a show that's like, you know what, I want to watch this because I've heard so much about it. I need to just go ahead and watch it. Same goes for Rome. Like that's one of the reasons why, like, man, we watched so much TV during that time. Like literally 3 seasons of like 3 seasons of Deadwood and like a movie, and then like 2 seasons of Rome. It's like it's a lot of TV, man. It's a lot
ton
of
of
TV.
TV. Um, which is
Um,
funny because you wanted to watch more movies, and the thing I threw at you were like, let's do TV shows. Yoink, yoink,
yeah,
yoink.
which no, I mean that's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's just like
uh,
we'll definitely do that more in the future. But I just like when you, I think honestly, like it was probably a mistake watching so much TV back to back, dude. Because it's like, all right,
yeah.
we did Deadwood, and then immediately after that, oh shit, I got to start Rome because we got to do that one. You know,
Well, you know
but
what's funny is we did Winning Time and fucking Moon Knight
yeah,
as well. Not like,
yeah.
but
But I
there's
feel
so
like
much
that's kind of,
out.
I feel like that's different though, because that's like live TV. You know, like
That's
as it
true.
was
That is
coming out.
live. Mm,
What in Rome, we could literally have done whenever, but we just
it's
decided to
true.
do it then for some reason, you know?
It's true. We were filling out our schedule a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah,
one
man.
of the changes I'm glad we did with like the new year, which is like we're doing retro rewatches like once a month now. Like so we get
Oh
an
yeah.
old school
That's a good
movie.
point because we used to do those like every by month, like every other month.
Hmm.
And now we're doing them like every month. We're doing one next week for this month.
Yeah, we doubled our movie intake, which I'm actually very glad we did because it's like, man,
Just want to watch more
it
movies, man.
it fills a slot, but also it's like, all right, now I have an excuse to watch this movie I've said I've needed to watch or I
Yeah,
haven't seen in a
exactly.
long time.
Exactly. That's 100% like one reason why I would do it too. Because like, yeah, I want to watch this thing, but if I say I'm gonna watch it eventually, it'll probably take me forever to watch it. Like I'll, you know, whereas if I have a specific date, you know, that I need to watch it by for an episode of the podcast, and I'll watch it sooner, you know.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a good excuse to get stuff done for sure. Um,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, man, we've been doing a lot of new things recently, which is really cool, man. The comics, TV, you know, TV series that we missed out on, like Deadwood and Rome, and you know, just having more guests on, and it's been really cool, man. It's been really
It's
really
been good.
cool doing that
I feel
stuff.
like we're in our stride now, you know, like that. We are
I mean, as we
we're
should be,
kicking
dude. Doing
ass.
3 years into
Yeah.
this thing, we should be doing
Hmm.
more than what we used to. So
It was
that's
all a
good.
gradual build up too. If you go back and look at it, everything we did was like, all right, what did we learn from this first year? All right, we've learned all this from this first year. All right, we're gonna improve on that in the second year, but we're also gonna add things in the second year, right? So we did that, and that was the same thing with the third year. It was like it was a gradual improvement throughout every single year. Even like, yeah, it's like it's like how to be a success. Like that's how you are a success at doing uh building anything, right? It's like you can't hit gold right off the bat unless you're super lucky. But we built this. This is the house that DT and 902 built. All right? And it's going to keep
We
getting
built
built.
this city.
Yeah, all right? All right.
Yep, yep,
And
yep.
Majin lives over on Chicken Lane, okay? And like
Chicken, chicken lane.
but um
Oh man.
but seriously, the podcast is not only like giving me a chance to sit here and do something awesome with like one of my best friends, but it's also let me meet, you know, other people. Like I've met, you know, Giovanna. I've met, you know, Alex Pants through like the podcast because I don't I don't lurk or I don't hang out in a lot of streams that I don't know really.
Yeah.
Uh, and Daniel has helped me kind of like, you know, meet these other people.
Yeah.
They're cool
I've
people. They're on the show, and I'm friends
yeah,
with them. Like, they're yeah.
cause I'm cool with them. So you know, I'm like, yo, we're gonna bring some guests on the podcast. So you know, Josh can, you know, like you know, like Josh and I have been friends for a very long time. But I'm like, you know what? Here, Josh, you can meet some of my other friends that we got here, and they're
Yeah.
also stream, and you know, they're willing to come on the show, and you know, we can talk about some stuff, and it's all cool, you know, like it's
Yeah.
stuff.
And I'm someone that the reason that happens to me is I get comfortable like with my circle of friends, right? So I'm like, it's not on purpose that I'm like I'm ignoring these other people. It's just like I got what I need. I got my homies. They're over here. You know, I don't. But at the same time, it's a bad thing because I'm like neglecting myself because I could have more friends, people that are worth knowing, like Gio and Alex Pants and
Yeah.
Hannah and like all those people that have come on the show. Um, so that's the thing I need to work on with myself, I think, and improve on myself. But um, it's great. The show has opened up so much for me personally. Um,
Hell yeah, I wanna bring in more guests too, and like new guests too, because we've had, like I said, we've had like repeating guests, but it'd be nice to bring in some other new people too.
yeah.
So we'll have to see who we bring in and for what too, because I also don't just want to bring somebody in just to bring somebody in. Like I want to like make sure if we're gonna be talking about something, they want to talk about it. They're gonna be good to do that. Actually, Majin, that actually would be an interesting choice. I might have to contact her for that. Actually, it's a good one, man. Good one. I like that. We'll see. We'll see.
Um,
Disney bracket or maybe like a Disney like movie list. That one would be tough though because there's so many Disney movies. But anyway, I'm
man,
sure
there's
we could
some
figure
I
something.
haven't seen in a long time too. That would be almost like a Disney
Yeah.
movie marathon for me. I'd have to be watching like all these
Yeah.
things because it's been so long.
Mhm.
Um, I
Yeah.
I don't know what else to talk about. Daniel, do you have anything else you want to add on to like or to give me a spark here to talk about or anything like that?
Um. Let's see. I don't know. We've kind of pretty much went over a lot of things and how we've grown and what we. Is there any like? I guess as we continue to do episodes and whatnot, like I know you said you're interested in doing like some things that we've done in the past that we haven't done in a while, like fan casting a movie like we did for Batman Beyond. And then you also want to revisit the Marvel list and things like that. Um any is there any like new things that we haven't done already that you can think of off the top of your head that maybe you would like to try at some point? Because even though like we keep doing new stuff, there's so many other things we haven't even like dipped our toes in, man. There's so much other stuff we could do as well.
I have to think on it to be honest, because it's like it's almost like coming up with a new idea for a topic, right? So
Yeah, it's like
I
I'm like
usually have
yeah,
to. My brain's a mushy pile a lot of the time. Like I can't remember things anymore. I forget shit all the time. But like
yeah.
anything brand new, no. I would love to. We captured lightning in a bottle with Grand Theft Thinking, right? And I would love to actually do that with something else because I always think back to that. Like we had nothing, and we just went off on this tangent, and it
I
became an
don't even know
episode
how
that I
we
really like.
I don't even know how we got there, man. It was just like we have nothing to talk about today, and we're just gonna shoot the shit, and like that's
Maybe
what
it was
came up.
something in the news that hit us. Was there something in the news maybe somewhere that inspired us to do that? I have no fucking clue.
Probably because I don't know, man. I have no idea.
I just
That was
remember
one of
like
those
going
things.
off on a tangent, and when we were done, we looked at each other and we're kind of like, "That's a pretty good fucking episode. I enjoyed that a lot." you know. Um. So I wish we could do shit like that more, but that was I don't. You can't plan for that. That's lightning in a bottle, and it
No,
just happens when it happens.
that's just like one of those things that like it was a
Everything
thing of,
aligned.
of when it happened, and like we just went for it, man. Like it would be tough to replicate that for sure.
Yeah.
Especially now when we plan everything out, like sometimes months ahead and whatnot. So it's like, yeah, it's tough.
And to
It'd be
be
tough for
honest,
sure.
as much as I liked that episode, I did not like not having a topic or going in with no idea what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, just going in blind, being like, well, we have news, but then after that, we have another hour and a half maybe to talk about whatever the fuck. Who knows?
Right.
Like, well, yeah.
Well, let's see what all do we do. We do our D&D stuff now. We do our movies now. We do television now. We do
We do a lot of things. We're doing the
gaming
comic
now.
thing
We do
now. We're
comic
doing
now.
and we cover like the
We do
events.
retro
We do
stuff.
like we're gonna be covering Celebration here in a couple weeks. I'm actually going to Star Wars Celebration, so I'll be there. and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of news to talk about. So once we get back from it, I will be we'll definitely have some things to discuss. So that'll be fun. But yeah, we do that. We did the Summer Game Fest and the DC Fandom and Game Awards, all that stuff, man. We watch movies and like new movies, and then we do episodes on them and whatnot. So it's we do a variety of things.
Yeah. The only thing we don't do is like books, and that's only because we don't have time to read. We're always
Oh
very
yeah.
busy.
Admittingly, I'm an awful reader. I wish I could read more, but
Yeah.
I can't, man. That's why I'm that's why I'm kind of glad we're doing the comic ones, because I'm like,
Yeah.
man,
We can
I
do
could do that.
comics.
I could do comics, but full on novels and shit. Nah, dude, I can't. I'm sorry. Like
No, no, we can't.
I wish
I
I
can't
could,
either. I
but
can't
no,
either.
man.
It took me a while to go through that Carlos Hathcock book, and that wasn't even that many pages. You know.
Yeah,
Um, but I was just like, man, the only thing we don't do is books. Like we do like everything else. I feel like.
pretty
Um,
much. Yeah, we've even done a few music episodes, so we've done that too.
yeah, and when I get more into like crafting stuff, like I am now with the dice thing, which I'm just getting started out on, but I wouldn't mind doing an episode on like crafts and like creative stuff, something like that that we could talk about. Um,
Yeah,
or a Lego episode. I know you like to I we both like Legos and building
I
Legos and stuff like
I
that.
love Lego. I've always loved Lego, man, since I was a kid, and I
Man, I have
still like.
several things I haven't built.
I'm still in it, man. I got fucking. I wish I had space to actually like build and display the sets, dude. But I
Yeah.
just don't, right now.
Yeah,
But
but
I
something
just
like
have,
I would like to do
yeah,
something more an episode like on more of our creative
yeah,
aspects. I think
more of
would
a
be cool.
creative one. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Which we
for sure,
do.
for
We
sure.
do it with D&D. We're very creative when we do our D&D stuff, but not necessarily
Right.
D&D. Um,
Yeah, no, I get you though.
I was trying to come up with something new, and like our creative stuff would be kind of cool.
That would be nice to explore a little bit more into that. But
Like what drives us to do it, and what inspires us, and that type of stuff. That'd be cool to do. Um, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. My goal is to continue to get us attempt to get us a sponsorship at some point, like that. Even if it's just a
yeah,
tiny one, even if it's just a tiny one, I would love to be like, I could be like, the show made money from a sponsor. I would put a little text down in the bottom left corner that'd be like, we made money with a sponsor at least once, you know, like, and that is purely to be like, just to improve the show and to like, I look, I
hey
enjoy the
man, it'd be
show and I
nice.
do it for free, but it'd be nice to make a little money on it, you know.
Yeah, and it'd also be nice to improve. Like, speaking on improving the show, it'd be nice to improve my audio, because that's something I do want to do at some point. I want to go from I want to go to XLR, so that's something
Yeah.
that'll be dope. Give me one of them uh you know upgraded situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, have cable, have even more cables running in and out. You know what, Josh? Let's start a Patreon, dude. That's what we should do.
I would love to, but I would love to
Dude.
like we've talked about this before. Like I would actually love to, but I want to make sure, and this is me talking to the audience, Daniel, you already know what I'm about to say, which is like I want to be able to offer more than just the podcast. I want to be able to
Right.
offer like I don't know what. Like I don't want people just giving us money for the hell of giving us money, which was nice. If you want to do that, please, like,
If you want to
subscribe, all
support,
that stuff.
and honestly, like, it would go for, like, it would contribute to upgrading. Like, I would, I was joking about the audio thing, but I mean, I'm not. I would love to upgrade my audio.
Mhm.
I'd love to have an audio interface, and have even more cables here than there should be plugging in and out of stuff, and just improve this.
Yeah.
Just to continue to improve, man, the sound quality and everything. So,
And the
if
other thing
anybody
that we
out
could,
there is listening and wants to be a benefactor or a contributor to the podcast, like,
Mhm.
shit, if you don't want to send money, man, I got an Amazon wish list, man. Like, go look at that. Like all that stuff will improve like podcasts, will improve my stream. Like, go help a brother out, man. Like, you know what I mean?
The I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, the other thing I was gonna say was like that kind of money would also go towards like making it easier for us to go to the movies, right? And like go see that movie we
Oh
need to
yeah,
see right away. You know, we
exactly,
gotta dig
for
into that. We
sure.
got that little extra surplus that we can dig into when we need to for the show, because
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah,
for the
yeah.
show kind of type of stuff.
You guys want us to do an episode on a new movie coming out? Well, yeah, because going to the movies is expensive, man.
It is. It's
Going
very
to the movies
expensive.
is very expensive, and it adds up when there's so many cool movies in a year. You're like, I gotta, you know, some I've had to pick and choose in the past, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go with everything, even though I want to watch everything, but it's
And
just
keep
not
an eye
possible.
out. We really might do a Patreon at some point. Like, we just need to hammer out like some ideas and stuff to be like, all right, I want to offer that. If people want to support us, that's cool. And like, I want to be able to offer a few extra
Yeah,
doohickeys in there and have goals and stuff like that. But that's something that
that's
like
something
Daniel and
that,
I would have to
yeah,
really
Josh
get
and I will
together
have to
on
plan out and see if we
and
really
hammer
want to do
out.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know
Um.
what? That just gave me an idea, Josh. So we'll talk after stream. But
All right, I
anyway,
got you, dog. But yeah, guys, look, we're just talking about the future of the show. That would be nice if we could hit there one day.
yeah.
Um, and
But in the
improving
meantime, though,
things.
I'm really enjoying all the variety of shows that we've been like.
Yeah.
Here's a retro rewind. Here's a D&D world building. Here's a new movie that's coming out that we're gonna watch. Here's a TV show that just came out, Disney Plus that we're gonna watch. And here's you know a guest episode and all that. Like, I love it. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I got nothing, man. I'm spent.
That's all good. We can wrap it up here, dude.
We got a
Wrap
nice
wrap
3 hour
it up.
show. We had a ton of news. I feel like we talked a lot about this previous anniversary, um, and stuff like that. And I just want to continue to improve the show. Obviously, I appreciate all the support that we get for every show from the strangers that come in and watch you, even if it's just for a few minutes. I appreciate you coming in and checking us out. Hey, you gave us a shot. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, man.
To our longtime people that hang out, like Majin and like all our friends that also support us, like Majin and our other friends that come in. Nakoko, I saw her in chat earlier. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys. Josh is the person that said I love you to his friends. Okay, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and they need to know I love them. All right, so I love you guys. So like, man, just we've come so far, and we have so far to go, and we're never gonna stop. I don't think we're gonna just go as long as we possibly can
It's
until this
it's
ride is
always
over.
every time we do these year anniversaries. It's always fun to see how the steps of progression that we've made along the way. Like, every year, it's like, oh man, that's really cool that we've managed to do that every year. Like, it'll be interesting to see this time next year where we're at. So
Mhm.
it'll just be we'll keep. I mean, I'll keep doing this until we can, and until Josh, forever, however long Josh wants to keep doing it. So we'll you know
I'll
we'll
do it.
we'll we'll,
There's
we'll
no
keep
end
it
in sight
running,
for
man.
me at the moment, buddy. Like, look, Daniel and I are homies. All right, like we get along so well. Like we've been friends for I don't even know how long anymore. To be honest with you, it's been that long. You
Like
ever been friends
like
with?
6, like almost 6 years.
That's a long time to be friends with somebody. And
Yeah.
we've never had a conflict. And if we had a conflict, which I can't even think of one, but we would talk shit out because that's how we are. That's who we are. Um, but we both have the same goals for this show. We both enjoy doing this show. Um, and I
Yeah.
hope Daniel wants to be my partner with this show for a very long time. Like I don't want to stop anytime
I'm
soon, and I'm not planning on it.
yeah, I love doing the show, man. it's cool, like planning for it and like being here and just being able to share our thoughts on like hey, we just watched this movie and I want to talk about it.
The other thing is like
I just deep diving on stuff and it's just it's fun, man. I enjoy really doing it.
the other thing is like over the 3 years we've learned so much, and like we've talked about it so much in the context of the show, but it has taught us so much, not just in the show, but in real life too. Like if something happened, right, and we had to go get a job, like Daniel, either one could be like, "Well, I got all this experience. I've got 3 years of experience running podcasts, doing scheduling, uh, coming up with all these ideas and things we talk about, all this stuff we talk with each other about. All of that matters. Everything matters. But everything we've learned on this show, we can use in our day to day lives if we need to one day, you know." And in future projects that we might do with our streaming, and it's such trial and error. Like I have gained so much from starting this podcast that I am like I'll be eternally grateful to Daniel and both anybody that watches the show or even gives us a chance. Eternally grateful to you guys. Like, yeah. All right, Daniel, do you have anything else? If not, we can wrap her up.
No, just thanks for watching as always, guys, and yeah, stay tuned for what's to come because we definitely got a lot of stuff planned, or we'll be planning some stuff for the future as well. And yeah, we got a lot of cool episodes coming up. So definitely, if you're listening to this on any of the various audio platforms, or if you're watching this on YouTube or live on Twitch, thank you as always.
Love you anyway,
And
Jake.
we'll 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 be back. We'll be back next week. So we'll see you guys there.
All right.
Um,
We're gonna throw it over to you, Daniel. I'm gonna throw you up on the main screen.
howdy. Hello. We are leaving for this week. Go follow me on all the various things here on the bottom that you see on the sidebar. That is a Twitch at the top, TikTok and below it, YouTube below that, Instagram below that, and then finally at the end, capping us off with the Tweeter. So definitely go give me a follow on all that stuff. Stay connected. Coming up for me, I'm gonna continue to play the Outer Worlds on stream this week. I'm probably gonna stream it every day of this week because I love that game. I've been really enjoying it. So starting tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the 17th, come check it out. So I'll be streaming it probably the 17th, the 18th, 19th, and the 20th. Every weekday, I'll be probably playing it. So yeah, join me for that. Other than that, like I said, appreciate you guys coming out, joining us as always. And yeah, hope you all have a good one. Happy birthday again to Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary. I'm excited for Star Wars Celebration here in a couple weeks. Or I say a couple weeks, but it's literally next week. Like, yeah, anyway. But yeah, see you guys later. Have a great week. We'll see you next time for the Retro Rewind. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Awesome. All right, guys, I know I said a bunch of sappy shit toward the end there, but I love you. I do. I appreciate everything that you do out there and coming to the show and doing the follows, retweets, the whole thing. Everybody that's been with us for so long. Thank you so much for your support. Coming up for me, I have no plans to stream anytime soon, but I might. You never know. Sometimes the bug bites you, and you're just like, I gotta stream something. I'm gonna continue to do my dice casting and learning and stuff like that. It'd be cool to eventually be able to do it in the house and like put up a little camera and maybe stream that. That'd be neat. But we'll see how that goes. Once again, Mental Health Awareness Month. Give love to everybody, including yourself, man. Like, give yourself a break. Treat yourself to something awesome that you could use to refresh your mind, your body, whatever you need to do. Take care of your mental health. And tell your loved ones you love them because they deserve to know. Until then, guys, we will see you next time, next week, same time, same place, unless it changes, which keep an eye on our Twitter. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.